boy, that make my stomach sick. I was on the beaten path, got me out the gutter quick. My soul was under attack, thank God it the blood is thick. What a gift.
I ain't going back, man, I'm in too deep. Daddy lost his job, I learned that bills ain't cheap. Devil came around and tried to take me off my feet, but I'm 10 toes down with the Lord and that's my team, yeah. Hey, I was 12 years old on Twitter trying to sell some beats, and now I'm 19 with 3 million streams and Nikes on my feet. I don't need designer shoes to show the people that I'm popping. All my verses filled with clues on how my God is never stopping.
Going back when you came up from the pit. Ain't no hanging on the past, boy, that make my stomach sick. I was on the beaten path, got me out the gutter quick. My soul was under attack, thank God it the blood is thick. What a gift.
Yeah, I was in the gutter. I was with Mary Mother. I was embarrassed, but very stubborn. I think that I did it for serotonin. Meet up at poker game, cut cocaine, sold the thing. I'm the man, want the fame, up on the gram. Put the gram back in that bag, so girl, like, where's your man? I'm trying to share my life story in 25 seconds. I was living reckless. I confess that I surrendered. I am destined. Mood detected. I ain't stressing. Learn my lesson. God is gracious. Word is weapon. Turn to heaven. Gave up on my sin. All you want is sin when you come from the pit.
Ain't no going back when you came up from the pit. Ain't no hanging on the past, boy, that make my stomach sick. I was on the beaten path, got me out the gutter quick. My soul was under attack, thank God it the blood is thick. What a gift. Ain't no going back when you came up from out the pit. You took them lashes to the back, and now my savior covers sin. And God told me you go and rap, and I promise that they gon' feel it. So now we just lay the track, yeah, Hilgi and JP killed it.
Yo, really, sorry, no.
It's a battle that you can't win. Ain't no way they gon' ban this. They ain't with it when can't spit. Spread justice on my canvas. Still do it outlandish when CHH with no brand switch. God told me I got you, dog. Ain't no way I could've banned this.
Sheesh. JP, Hilgi. Hey, yo, killed it, man. I don't even know what to say. Yeah.
You can see me grinding in the day. They like, hold up, boy, you need to get away. You been doing 90 on the interstate. I ain't riding, but I'm trying to win the race. In this with no better real estate. I know my reward ain't no minimum wage. Played with the same birth pains, but I know my labels ain't in vain. Hold up, might not like this low, but I got this life on loaner, and granted got me grown up. And I don't know what everybody been on, but Gabby got a heater I can grin on. Hey, I wish I could say that it was no silly, but at the time I'm my own villain. Up and down, baby, drone drilling. Flesh weak, but the soul willing. Yeah, stay off, I ain't finna stay off. Lay off, I ain't tryna lay off. Pay off, I know where to pay off. Tell them we ain't taking no days off. Days off, taking no days off. Boys think I'm long gone way out. Days off, no days off. You can tell them we ain't taking no days off. Stay off, I ain't finna stay off. Lay off, I ain't tryna lay off. Pay off, I know where to pay off. Tell them we ain't taking no days off. Yeah. Can't nobody talk me at it, clacking in when I start my day. Okay, line them up. Covers off everything I gotta give, I'ma give away. Okay, line them up. My baddie told me it can't really see me on. Nothing better than a bed I'm sleeping on. But I'ma keep grinding till it grinds. Then when the bounce back, I get a raise. They try to tell us toe the line, but I've been over that, I'm soaking overtime. I know you notice it ain't no decline. I saw a while, but I tore it down. Ayy, can't advance if my brain a mess. Ayy, Lord knows 7 day I rest. Even then I gotta strive to keep the end goal in my eyes. Yo, stay off, I ain't finna stay off. Lay off, I ain't tryna lay off. Pay off, I know where to pay off. Tell them we ain't taking no days off. Days off, taking no days off. Boys think I'm long gone way out. Days off, no days off. You can tell them we ain't taking no days off. Stay off, I ain't finna stay off. Lay off, I ain't tryna lay off. Pay off, I know where to pay off. Tell them we ain't taking no days off. Okay, to the second letter. Whoa, okay, yeah. Linking on my brain. I got pennies in my name. Yeah, still gon' free the slaves. Oh my, ayy, squad like DOJ. Yeah, justice in my veins. We was woke before the phrase. I could quit today. Yeah, happy off the stage. I think I've been overpaid. Ayy, you can't censor what I say. Yeah, check my DNA. Coward, that just ain't no trade. Yeah, I don't feel no face. My granddaddy couldn't breathe, and his daddy was a slave. He made millions off real estate. Turn your limits to my brain. Put my pride on DOA. I got HG under A. I watch you go war on tweets, but your profile only changed. Okay, yeah. Southside, yeah. That's where I spend downtime, yeah. I mean it, I don't rap, I check the podcast for the smoke, yeah. I don't wanna fight with trolls, yeah. I just wanna fight with souls. I just wanna be light, you just wanna be right, okay, yeah. Linking on my brain, might be a bullet in my name, yeah. But I don't go to play, I just, okay, yeah. I can't be A, got that juice, that protein shake, yeah. Yes, I'm on my way, yeah. As they just get heated, the mission defeated, cause we look more like politicians than Jesus. And where your allegiance, love who you agree with. You put in your party right over the kingdom, no way. Okay, yeah. Linking on my brain, yeah. I'm your navigator, yeah. Wavy the flow, you can take it to go. Sauce in the bag and it's great with a cold. Diddy the bop and I came to revolt. Worthy the land that was slain on the slow. Straight to the coast and I'm straight from the stove. I've been placing the dough without baking the soda. Got grace by the boat, I've been saved by the flow. Joe with the cold, color boy hope. Hey. Okay, yeah. Linking on my brain, yeah. I'm Matthew McConaughey, okay. Linking on my brain, when they hate like Cain, I'm too honest, Abe, yeah. I can quit today, I am happy off the stage. I think I've been overpaid, ayy, you can't censor what I say, yeah. Check my DNA, coward, ain't no trait, I don't feel no face. My granddaddy couldn't breathe, his daddy was a slave. They made meals off real estate. Turn your limits to more brain. My God is in this place. Ain't no mountain in our way. You not what you tweet. You are what you change. I'm a little hope dealer, jiggy real cold killer, not a fear bone in them and the kids roll with them. We ain't throwing trash out the window. They just say the squad way little. Little hope dealer, it's a real gold ticket, got a real piece giver, it's a field goal hitter. I got the squad in the house. We just tryna fix it and flip it, y'all boys talk I put on. Yeah, like 5 on the dot, go that off. I'm not a star, throw that off. I'ma make this count, no half off. I am just different, ain't talking about money moves. If you can see Kevin's heart, ain't no funny dude. I kept it solid and I got the, I can barely talk. I see what the sun will do, nothing like my daddy. Hope you see me, that's your man's goal. Simba in a Murcielago, lion in a lamb flow. Henny grand dog, get a glance, dog. Jesus put it right to the left, crossing all you sham gods. All top is a mantle. Van Gogh with your man's on. Stretch tracks like a damsel, hearing a ramble till we go ramble. Ample ammo, and I'm out of the pan. Handle the pan is handled. I'm cooking up a plan that can't fold. Fire don't it expire like a can of Campbell's. And if I get this picking, then never pack out the fingers. The Father packed up my vision, no matter where my fans go. And I just get to speaking about the way my faith goes. I'm dreaming about the way my faith flows. I'm coming to making it loud with these holy bank codes. We had the shit way before that queso. State of North like Lincoln. I'm for the union, I'm bleeding. I got the people to free here. Yeah. Kingdom, I pledge my allegiance. Little baby, we got a king here. The anthem is taking a knee here. Yeah. I'm done. I'll say something for the album. Linking on my brain. Okay. Linking on my brain. I got linking on my brain. Whoa. Linking on my brain.
It is all love around here. Oh no. That's how they know it's round here. Oh no. Ain't no living dumb around here. Yeah. Reason that the devil never come around here. Oh yeah. We on the rise, going way up, you know. What? I got a calendar, can't hang up the phone. Taking this shot, not a layup for sure. Y'all been asleep, time to wake up. Oh no. Blowing up like my phone. You ain't gon' block my call. That's all God. Mad that your boy got yours. You ain't gon' cap my growth. You gon' have a bad time trying to attack my soul. Why you tryna hack my code? Bounce right back, then I preach like Malachi Los. I got no account on my walls. I know I can count on my bros. I know I can count on my guy. We on the rise, I can feel it deep down in my bones. No, we ain't about to plateau. We gon' blast off with this back dog and you gon' see how that go. It's my whole squad, some dogs. That's Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Hey, it is our love around here. No. That's how they know it's round here. No. Ain't no living dumb around here. Reason that the devil never come around here. We on the rise, going way up, you know. I got a calendar, can't hang up the phone. Taking this shot, not a layup for sure. Y'all been asleep, time to wake up, oh no.
Whoa, whoa, told you I'm good, I don't need you no more. Don't play with the devil, I kick down the door. Don't play with the haters, you reap what you sow, okay. They said they fake, bro, they ain't no way. They could be rappers who preach this faith. We on the rise, man, it's day to day. With the 808s, it's a great old day. I got that side that like camping. I show that I got when I can, man. God got me straight out the sand, man. They switch when I'm watching like Ben 10. Be so hard, now I can't dance like chiri, 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 bam, bam. No puede jugar con el gran plan. Ni siquiera sabe que ellos cantan.
It is our love around here. No. That's how they know it's round here. No. Ain't no living dumb around here. Reason that the devil never come around here. We on the rise, going way up, you know. I got a calendar, can't hang up the phone. Taking this shot, not a layup for sure. Y'all been asleep, time to wake up, oh no.
They looked at me deranged, kinda strange. In this Range Rover, used to feel the pain. Now these days, about to change over. Lift my dot on high, I'm so high, but I stay sober. Love it when they say your music refreshing like a page reloader. Dripping, mate, got a little messy out in Barcelona. All these bars up on you is what they say. When I crossed the border, it came easy. They ain't use no force, my God is Master Yoda. Got a master yoga, so it stays with me when class is over. Blazing records, I go back to back like a chain smoker. Got it backwards, that's my God. He my main roller, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Yeah, I go tripolar. Gave my heart to God, now I'm an organ donor. Yeah, one for that, lukewarm. One for that, lukewarm. God, I know you want my undivided. Demons pulling left and right, I keep on fighting. God, I know you want my undivided. Demons pulling left and right, I can't get tired. God, I know you want my. Sorry, lately I've been working on my airplane mode. Gotta block out these distractions, it's the same old, same old. Even out of space station, see him international Olympus Mars with the bars. It's where you'll find the flow. Mama struggling financially, I can't send a loan. That just kill me, drive me crazy that I barely stay afloat. Feel like Venice on the waters with a paddle in the boat. I know that's God's way of acting. Is you in or is you out? You know I'm with you all the way, Lord. Keep push like a skateboard. Conversations with you when I that's what it's made for. No usher, it'll help you rediscover that no weapon formed against you, they can't touch you, nah. One for that, lukewarm. One for that, lukewarm. God, I know you want my undivided. Demons pulling left and right, I keep on fighting. God, I know you want my undivided. Demons pulling left and right, I can't get tired. God, I know you want my.
Yeah, yeah. Ay. Yeah, running around in circles, trying to find a way. Yeah, feel there's something missing, and you tired of lies. Lately I've been living, ain't no other way. Yeah, I made the decision for my time to expire. Now my purpose just fulfilled. chance, now you girl is on the road. Stop saying tomorrow and I let them take control. Homie said you changing, I'm upgraded, you should know. Started making up my mind. Follow intuition when others ain't see the signs. That was back when I would take exams before the rhymes. Yeah, that clock is always ticking, face it or get left behind. Running around in circles, try to find a way. Feel there's something missing, are you tired of lies? Lately I've been living, ain't no other way. I made the decision for my time to expire. Now my purpose just fulfilling on me. Elevating, ain't no limits on me. God is present, you can feel it on me. Yo, I feel like ain't no ceilings on me. Hey, ain't no ceilings, you know I ain't gonna play. I've been moving, I've been zooming in my lane. I've been cruising, better get up on the way. I'm on the way. I hit the block, I'm talking holy when I say I push the rock, I keep it moving, it's a movement, can't be stopped, My life a movie, must be why they tryna plot, They must forgot, My God is popping, there really no stopping. I hop in the cop and I'm living like poof. Really, I got it with no other option. You living in Gotham where I live in truth. Ooh, really, they think it's all like I'm Timmy, Talking that life, I'm like, gimme, I live forever infinity. We gon' live forever now. We gon' live forever now. With you, love, we're better, On this shit forever.
Yes, sir. Out with my squad full of zealous, you can't tell a thing. Yelling, yes, I ain't no fetish for amphetamine. Ain't no day of expiration, it's dead evergreen. Death is heading for us, but we yelling with a sting. Bump a song, but my soul never foul off. Call me Paul, cause it's all it got sawed off. All the glory I withhold, you got hauled off. Second birthday, my death day was called off. Threw my pride in the red, counted all loss. Split the seas, so my path has been wild off. Ask me why I'm feeling bold, cause I've been delivered. I bow down to him who killed the killer.
We gon' live forever now. We gon' live forever now. With you, love, we're better, On this shit forever, Hey, you know I can't believe, thought it was all a dream. Feel like I got some wings, now I'm finally free. We gon' live forever now. On this shit forever,
I wanna live heaven and earth, the crib. Still in the field, tryna go kick the squeal. I'm on the grill, tryna go flip the ribs. Lot of respect from vets, I told you we next, I'm calling my deals. Waited around for neighbors to leave the house, they running the spot. Used to go judge some money when I was in Stevenson, then we got caught. Don't believe in Jesus, why would I not? Even though that what I said, they shaking their head, but get what I got. I got the faith with me, for real. Give me the plate, the grace, the meal. Look in the sky, the big reveal. Give us some doubt to make the deal. He got the slug, the Louisville. I'm with the guy from Pleasant Hill. And I came in with the soldiers. You better not run up on one of these
We
soldiers.
gon' live forever now. We gon' live forever now. With you, love, we're better, On this shit forever, Hey.
Look, can I reflect? He brought my mom's out of the rat. Brought my pops out of the hood. Isn't he good? How can I forget this? My calling, they been capping. You can bang that weave and snapping. Love for me is automatic. Yeah, it's Jesus over status. Hey, now me and my mom is good. Crazy, I waited for this moment. Bless that's understood. Even if God didn't do it, homie, I knew he could. I'm steady winning over demons like I knew I would. Oh, I gotta testify. Yeah, I'm so free, gotta live for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's 5 o'clock, and what does that mean? It's almost crab time. There you go. One guy's happy about the crab, is ready to go. All right, everybody else, thank you, my friend. God bless you. Keep me in line. Are the people of Livermore happy tonight? Are you glad to be somewhere where there's excitement and positivity and things moving forward? Are you grateful for freedom? Your own and our part of the world, we've got to own it. Let's enjoy it and let's rejoice in it. But we're going to have a great time tonight because that's what this ministry is about. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating. Now, how many have been to a crab feed anytime between March 2020 and now? Nobody. We all had to stay home. Aren't you glad that we could get back together and do something fun? That also means you have not exercised your credit cards, your lines of credit, or anything else, so there's a good opportunity to give this evening. But we're so glad you're here. We're going to have a fun time tonight. My name is Greg Patton. I'm a banker from Sacramento. That was the only place that I thought that would die out. But no, it's a good time to be here. But I was raised in a Pentecostal church, and I'm just happy to be a part of this tonight. Josh, where are you, my friend? Oh, he's taking... No, that's not the pictures. He's enjoying himself. Where's that grandbaby? Send Ezekiel up here. There he is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when you give it up, Josh Jonas.
Thanks, Greg. Come on, sit on down. That was my auctioneer voice. Everybody, sit on down. I'm going to move this because I'm going to trip over it. Got it? Nah, we're just going to put it right there. All right, you ready to get going for tonight? You like free stuff? Oh, anybody want a beanie? I like giving out things for free. Here we go. Ready? Oh, it's coming. I do this in the beginning because it would be horrible if it went into your crab. Well, I am excited. I'm excited to be here tonight, and I'm excited that you are here and that you would be... See, everybody just wants to talk with each other. It's fantastic. All right. Let's get this thing going so we can get in some crab. I'm not going to talk too long. My name is Josh Jonas. I'm the founder of Arukah with my wife, Kelly, who's running around somewhere. I'm so glad you're here. It has been 2 years, as Greg has said, and we had our crab feed 2 years ago, 2020, in March, in the beginning. Remember what happened March 2020? 4 days later after our crab feed shut down. It was crazy. It's like God was like, I love you, Josh, and we're going to hold this off just a little bit longer. And then coming into this crab feed, I was like, with our board, I'm like, I don't know if we should have it. I don't know what it's going to be like in March. I mean, even in February, we were kind of questioning some things. And then it was just like, God loved me once again. I must be his favorite. I don't know. And like everything opened up and it was awesome. But I am thankful that you are here tonight. And how many of you have been to one of our dinners? Oh, give a round of applause. You're back. Thank you for coming back. How many of you this is your first time? Raise your hand. Oh, look at all the new people. Give it up for the newbies. And we are sold out tonight, as you can tell. And we are live streaming right now. So let's give up a big yell and clap for those that are watching online. We are glad that you are here. All right, few things. Restrooms. Right down that little hall right there. There's some restrooms right there. Mask. People have been asking me about that. It's optional. You want to wear a mask? Great. You don't want to wear a mask? Great. It's optional. So that's, look, I get clapped. Everybody's all, woo, hallelujah. All right. Silent auction. It closes at 7 p.m. on the dot. Whoever's the winner's the winner. So if you got to get up and kind of check out what's going on, it's okay. We understand. But 7 o'clock is when it ends. The raffle throughout the night. If you've done the raffle, we encourage you to do the raffle. In that bag, Greg will be pulling out tickets periodically for the raffle prizes. all through the night. So you want to get as many as you can. Dennis has the bag right there. And we got some great prizes. All right. Shh. It's so funny. Everybody's laughing. So I want to thank a few people before we get going. Cornerstone Fellowship. We want to thank Cornerstone Fellowship for allowing us to be here. And the reality, give it up for Cornerstone. And the reality is that Cornerstone, you need to know that they were the ones that really encouraged me as I was pastoring here to start Arukah. They were the ones that were praying with me and guiding me, and they supported us financially in the very beginning, and they still continue to. And so we are thankful for Cornerstone and all that they have done for Arukah to kind of launch us on our own and doing our own thing. So we're thankful for them. I am also thankful for having the most amazing wife ever, Kelly Jonas. She's right over there. And she hates it when I say this and do this. Not that she's a wonderful wife, but pointing her out. She's super behind the scenes. But I am, once again, I think God loves me the most because he gave me this gift. And you will never know how many hours that she has put in, not only to this dinner, I mean, countless hours. And she works full time for Pinnacle. Where's my Pinnacle Brokers team? Oh, right there. So she works with these crazy people right there. And so, you know, she works full time, and then she does this like almost full time, it feels like, right? With all the administrative and treasury stuff. And then when the dinner comes, she's putting in full time. So thank you, my beautiful bride, for all that you do. You are fantastic. And she deals with me. We've had incredible donors for this dinner. I mean, we really have, there are so many of you in this room right now that have made a basket, that have provided tables, that have provided live auction items for tonight. And just thank you. If that's you, I want to thank you for doing that and for being a part of this journey with us. The other people I'd like to thank are our volunteers. And I want you guys to be really loud on this because he's in the kitchen right now. And he'll be up later on because he's going to be providing an auction item of a dinner that you'll want to bid a lot on. But he's our chef, Mr. Chad Bayless. So scream it out for Chad. And then we also have our sound guys and tech guys, Mr. Stephen Botts and Mr. Trevor Stoneham. They are running everything for us, and we are thankful for them. I'm also thankful for Off the Street Ministry. They are a transitional home in Oakland, and Ron and Mike said, hey, we'll bring some of our guys out to serve with you guys. How cool is that? Fantastic organization. We got our Arukah guys serving you tonight. They'll be around also serving tables, plus a lot of other volunteers that came out. We had just a ton of volunteers that wanted to come and serve and set up and clean up and serve tables and do kitchen work. So this is all done a lot with volunteers. And so very thankful for that. We also have some sponsors of the dinner. And we have our silver sponsor of $1,000 from Payne Drywall. Where's Payne Drywall? Right there. Thank them very much. Scarlett and Eric, I'm so thankful for your friendship over this last year of getting to know both of you. And you guys are awesome people, and you run an awesome ministry and an awesome business. So thank you very much. And then we have a gold sponsorship of $2,000 from Alameda County Supervisor David Halbert. Where are you? David Halbert is an awesome guy, and if you don't know him, you should get to know him, and you should get to know his vision, and he is a good man. So when he's up for re-election again, you need to vote for him. I'm just saying for him. I can do that. No, but seriously, guys, he was the only one out there out of politicians, right? And I don't look at David as a politician because, but he was the only one that asked Arukah and sat down with me and said, hey, what do you think of this homeless thing, this incarcerated? What do we need to do to make it better? Because he truly believes in trying to help people and help people move forward in life. And so we partner together on different things, and I'm thankful for your friendship, David. And so thank you, David. My hope and desire is that you would leave tonight here with a better understanding of not only what Arukah is about, but my hope is that you would want to partner with us to help further the mission and the goals of Arukah. It has been helping men move forward to a self-sufficient life. Those are our goals. That's what we want to happen. And then, of course, I hope that we are inspired because you're going to hear some of the men's stories, and it's going to be fantastic. They inspire me, ladies and gentlemen. They inspire me to be a better man because of how hard that they work in the program of Arukah. And of course, I'm hoping that we're going to have a lot of fun and great conversation around the table and eating crab and chicken and pasta and an amazing meal, right? And my hope is that would all come together tonight in partnering with Arukah. And that's my hope, is that you would in some way, shape, or form would partner with us as an organization. I'm not going to talk long. I know you feel like I've been talking long already. But I really don't, because I want to get us to the dinner part and the crab and the stories of the guys, because really the stories that the guys have tonight is the proof of what we do, right? Like I could be up here all day, night long saying, oh, Arukah's really great, and try to twist your arm and all those kind of things. But the reality is that doesn't mean much unless there's proof behind it. And that's the men in the program that have gone through our program and are living very self-sufficient and successful lives, and the men that are currently with us. And so that is the proof, right? It doesn't matter so much what I say. It really matters what they do. And we have seen great successes with these men that have come through and are with us right now. So what I'm going to do tonight is the what, the why, and the how of what we do. And I'm going to do that pretty quickly, right? But there's a problem, right? And I don't know that you know this or not, but there is a problem with our incarceration system. There's a problem with our homeless situation. But there's even a problem even greater with receiving men coming out of incarceration. There's a problem with it. We've got guys who are coming out, and the way it works is that they'll spend a lot of time in prison. Maybe it's 26 years, maybe it's 14, maybe it's 11, maybe it's 3. But what if it's 26 years? Think about what 26 years ago was like. What was that? Was it 1996? What was 1996 like? Everything was different back then. And you come out of prison and you have $200 to your name. That's what they give you. And if you don't have any family support, if you don't have people to surround you, it is so difficult to move forward. They'll drop you off in a downtown location, and usually it's riddled with crime and drugs and prostitution, right? I mean, there's lots of stuff that's going on. And with that $200, you got to find a place to stay. You got to get to your parole. You got to get some food. You got to find a job. It's really difficult to do. It's a problem. And then we look at homelessness, right? I think we're all looking at it. I've talked to people who are from Sacramento, and they're like, oh, look at our rivers are filled with homeless people and tents. And we see that in Oakland and Livermore. We have the highest population in California of homelessness. And with incarceration, we have the highest point of incarceration in the United States, in the world. And many are going to be coming out every year. We're trying to release more and more out. But where are they going to go? Where are they going to go? We feel like we have a solution to this at Arukah. We feel like, and the reality is, and I got to tell you, I got to be really honest with you, it was an experiment when I started. It was an experiment of looking at what was happening to some of my friends that were coming out of San Quentin and going, that's not right. The statistic that 67% of men are going to go back into prison after 3 years isn't right. There's something wrong with that. So my hypothesis, right, of figuring out how can we change that? How can we make a difference in this area of when men are coming out of prison? Because I was seeing them go back, or I was seeing them get put in very depressed places. I was seeing them not being able to get jobs, not being able to get housing, being completely floored and stressed out about how much it costs just to live in the Bay Area. And they had no choice but to live in Alameda County, because that's where they're paroled. And so the experiment was, well, what if we took a guy and we put him into a place like Livermore instead of Richmond or downtown Oakland or wherever that may be, or downtown San Francisco? What if we pulled them out and pulled them into a place like Livermore? Livermore's pretty nice. What if we gave them a safe home where they weren't being stockpiled in a room where there's 20 guys in a room living with each other, but there's 2 guys in a room? What if we gave them some dignity and some value? What if we got them connected in ways that they've never been connected in their life before, with jobs, because we know of employers? What if we got them connected into churches? What if we got them connected into community, into serving and giving their lives away? And what would that do to somebody if you got them into service? What would that do if you got them into a men's group where they could build relationships with other men so that when they left the place, that it wasn't just they were relying on the organization, they were relying on other men to keep them accountable in life, just like I've got people in my life to keep me accountable. What if we did that? What if we got them connected to really good paying jobs where they could be self-sufficient so that they're not living on the government system anymore, that they're actually pouring back into the system? What if we got that? What if we did that? And that was the experiment, right? Like what if we gathered the staff that was around them and actually had them like loving and caring and didn't look at them like a number? They weren't getting paid for them to be there or anything like that. They weren't a financial thing. They were being loved and guided to move forward in life. That was the whole goal. It was the experiment that happened in 2016. And I've got to tell you something. It's worked. I'm here to tell you that it's worked. Our statistics say that the guys that are coming out of prison and come to Arukah, we have an over 90% success rate when they leave the home. Now, don't clap for me, hopefully, right? Because I'm not the one who works really hard at this, right? The guys work really hard. All we're doing at Arukah is giving them opportunity, and they have to bust their butt to do the rest, right? We'll get them connected. We'll help them with financial management and all that kind of stuff, right? We'll help them with all those different things, but they've got to work hard. And if they don't, well, they don't do well. That's life though, right? Just like you all have to work hard to do well. So that's what we do. That's our solution. And we're hoping that you'll partner with us. Now, I have a dream and a vision that I feel like God keeps on putting into my heart, and I get scared. Right now, I'm like shaking to even tell you about it, but I know, and I've encouraged other people who do nonprofit, if you don't say something, you never know, it'll never happen. And so I felt like tonight that I'd share you this dream and this vision that I feel like I'd like to take Arukah. Now, I don't know when it's going to happen. I couldn't tell you. But I feel like there might be someone tonight or someone that knows somebody that might be able to help us with this direction. I believe Arukah is a great organization, but we're limited. We're limited in a few different ways. This drug epidemic is in this crisis that we're in. If you don't know we're in a crisis, man, you gotta open up and look around us. We got kids that are dying of this fentanyl stuff and this opiate crisis. It is bad. The meth is bad. And the problem with Arukah is that we're not a drug rehab. We're not a shelter. That's not what we do. We take the person after they get out of the shelter, right? That's not us. My heart is to be able to have a phase 1 house, a place where someone could get in there and get the drug treatment that they need first, that they could get 60, 90, maybe even 120 days if they need it. 30 days isn't enough. You're just getting the drugs out of your system. We still need to start healing the heart and the mind, the emotions. There's so much work that has to do when you've been on drugs for so long. What if we were able to give the person time? And they could go there and it wouldn't cost much to go, right? Or at all. What if we were able to fund it? Because that's what's so hard to get into some of these rehabs is that it costs so much money to get in. And How do you get out of homelessness if you have to pay thousands of dollars? That doesn't work, right? What if we were able to provide that? That phase one home where they can get that 60, 90 to 120 days of being drug-free environment out of the area, right? On a ranch somewhere. That's what I keep picturing in my head. Some kind of ranch where they can't get back into town. They can't get to the drugs. That's my heart. Phase one. Phase two is what we're doing right now. Start building that community, start getting them the jobs, start getting the financial management, start getting them ready to move on to that next phase, right? Right what we're doing that really, really well. But phase three, and what we're finding is housing is really difficult. What do you need to get a place? You need rental history. You need deposit, which our guys usually always have the deposit. But you also need credit. But it's that rental history. And most of the people who've been in prison for a long time, they don't have that rental history, right? If you've been homeless for a long time, you don't have rental history. You don't have credit. Or you have very bad credit. So what if we had a phase three home where it was a more of lower income housing where men could come, build up their credit, build up their rent history, so that then in phase four is they're on their own. They're doing their own thing. And phase three would be where we're still mentoring and there's still accountability, but they don't feel like they're in a program, right? They're living life. They're doing their thing. So that's my dream. And my hope, my heart, is that you would all maybe think about that. Maybe pray about it. Maybe come alongside of us. And maybe that dream will happen. But I wanted to share that with you. There's different ways you can partner with us. One, hopefully most of you can pray. You can pray for our organization, for our leaders, for our board, for Mark and Stuart. I'm not sure where you're at, Mark. There's Stuart. I see Stuart. And Mark's right there, that same table. They're our house facilitator and manager of the home. They work with the guys. Be praying for them. Pray for our men. You could be a connector. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're an employer that you're like, man, I'd hire one of your guys. Employers, businesses, you need to know, I'm not just trying to throw a guy at you. I sit down with you, I find out what you need, and I want to bring you an asset, someone who will be really good for your company, right? So I'm not going to put someone administratively strong that you don't need, right? And you're looking for labor, right? And I'm not going to put a labor person in an admin job. But if maybe you're a connector in that way. Maybe you connect us to organizations, and maybe you're a connector to generous people. And you're like, hey, I've heard what you've said. Let me connect you over here. These people are generous in this way, and they want to partner and do something that you're doing. Let's talk. Maybe you want to volunteer. That's another way to partner. Become a mentor. You're going to hear from one of our mentors tonight. It's awesome. He's great. Maybe you want to teach a life skill or a class. Maybe you want to hold a Bible study. Come talk to us. And why we're all here, hopefully, is to give. And I don't like asking for money. You can talk to anybody about it, but I do understand that this organization, it takes money to do, right? Amen? I mean, that's the obvious thing. It costs about $200,000 a year to do it, and nobody's getting rich. We're super frugal. We try to cut it down as much as we can to be able to run this great organization. But it is mainly supported by generous people, businesses, churches, foundations, and with David Halbert's help in the past too. So we're thankful for that. I have a 200-year plan. You guys have your 200-year plan? Don't? Nobody has a 200-year plan? Who has 5-year plans? Goals, right? Maybe 10 years? Someone's like, man, I can't even see past the week, right? Like, you're talking 200, what does that even mean, right? Here's the idea. I talk about this a lot wherever I go, but I believe it. I believe it with all my heart. My wife and I are planners. We're goal-oriented. We like looking at the 5, the 10, the 20. What's life going to look like, right? And most of it never happens, right? But it's fun to think and dream. I'm a dreamer. And then one year I asked her, hey, what's our 200-year plan? And she did the same thing you guys all did. Like, what are you talking about, right? And I go, well, the idea is that after 200 years, everyone that we've invested in, everyone that we've given money to, everyone that we've loved, everyone that we've come alongside of, everyone we've had a conversation with, they will all be dead. It's true. What's our lasting impact? Will the love that we gave, the time and the investment that we gave in our lives, will that matter? Like, not that we want statues or our names to be known or anything like that. I care less about that stuff. But would it matter in what we do with our lives? Arukah, we believe, is a 200-year plan. We really do. And the reason why we believe that is we're taking guys who are going in one direction and we're giving them opportunity to go into another direction that changes a man's life radically, where they become better husbands and fathers and friends and employees and employers. And we've been seeing this over and over and over with these men. And so I believe that that's a 200-year plan, and my hope is that you would join us in that 200-year plan. Well, that's about what I have tonight. Thanks for coming. I hope you guys are having an amazing dinner and a lot of fun. I'll be up here a few more times. Let me pray over the meal. Lord Jesus, we're thankful. We know you're here already. You're with us. Lord, we just ask for a blessing upon this food. God, I ask that you would bless each person here. Whatever way you want, God. I ask that you would bless them in a great way, Lord. Lord, be with us tonight. Let us have great conversation. Let us have a lot of fun. And Lord, let us raise the funds that you deem, Lord. In your name, amen. Have a great night.
Keep it honest, you know, homie, 116 that click. Who you know the flow like this, but they always got the load up in the mix, no biz. Rapping, don't forget about the gold, don't miss. I ain't doing this to me, it's about the souls, that's it. Yeah, I keep it real, Harley been rapping since Stony at lunch, she was hitting them flows. Ay, your girl about her business, I got bills to pay, so go stack up your bands for a show. Ay, remember them people that told me that I would be nothing, no boy, is you wrong? Ay, they sing my song, that L turned to B, what it twists like it's Louis Vuitton. Ay, I'm not the same, nobody can say they put me on. Yeah. It's only God that keeping me through this marathon. I run the race, till later I'm passing the baton. This world is not my home, I got a better lawn. But grass is greener cause I got my living water on. I got the bars, but I said I'm free up in the song. The world on me, you would think that this is single-on. Trying to drop the hood, run it up, put my team on. I get it poppin', you know that it's lit. Just getting started, they know when to quit. I get to talking, they notice the flow. Keep it real holy, I got them like, whoa. Spirit is on me, you know it's no cap. My God, he got me, you know that's a fact. I'm about that action, I do this with passion. I got them like, whoa, who is she? Huh? Whoa, funny how it goes. I got all these people now, they coming to my shows. And I'm really living what I'm saying, man, it shows. If you bout that faking, then you gonna get exposed. Got the devil pressed like a quote, get some rest. I ain't come to play, yo, I'm stepping on they necks. I ain't not impressed by the money, that's a flex. Live low key, homie, cause you gonna invest. Now it's the real mistake on the track, not a fake one. They ain't wanna give a spot, so I made one. Now I'm headed to the top, call it N1. When I ball, pass it all to my day ones. Shout goes out to my guy, he my main one. Only guys that I mess with the saved ones. Ones that walk with the Lord, not the lame ones. Step it up on my court, I don't play, ayy. I get it poppin', you know that it's lit. Just getting started, they know when to quit. I get to talking, they notice the flow. Keep it real holy, I got them like, whoa. Spirit is on me, you know it's no cap. My God, he got me, you know that's a fact. I'm about that action, I do this with passion. I got them like, whoa, who is she? Huh? Whoa. Yeah. Ay. I got that flow. Yeah. Ay. I got that. Yeah. Ay. Yeah. I got that flow. Yeah.
Hopefully OB likes this. 18 season. Whoa, play the beat, let me eat, get that catering. If you see God in me, I'm okay with it. Got that reach, check receipts like an ATM. Jesus beats, no retreat, I was made for this. Yeah, I'm made, 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 yeah, I'm made for this. Yeah, I'm made, yeah, I'm made, yeah, I'm made, yeah, I'm made, Let me sign on that dotted line. Guess I'm made for his purpose. All I want is that storyline. Yeah, I'm still scratching the surface. Was seeking that dollar sign, but it's really about service. Never thought I'd be qualified. Yeah, I make the devil nervous. Take no offense, guess I'm intense. Into my heart, that's my expense. Where I begin, knowing my end. I got the juice, never the gin. This ain't no problem, I'm gonna win. Trick what you think, that's on my kin. Breaking through walls, man on my journey. Just taking one, right to the chin.
Quit, boy, why you testing me? Watch your native tongue like you Cherokee. Always volunteer like I'm Tennessee. Man, to guard my heart, man, I got the key. So official like a referee. Make you want the buzz like a bumblebee. Man, I'm covering homie like a canopy. I'm made for this, that's a guarantee.
Play the beat, let me eat, get that catering. If you see God in me, I'm okay with it. Got that reach, check receipts like an ATM. Jesus beats, no retreat. I was made for this. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made for this. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made for this. This go back to 88, had that baby face. I was made with favor, grace to operate in faith. I run to his word, okay, I call that paper chase. Destiny on everything, I know he make a way. Always living a dream, die daily is the team. Wolf pack like I'm Sting, red velvet with the cream. Living water, get a taste of it. Ain't tryna play no games, I was made for this.
Mask on like I'm mankind. Temptations like the grapevine. Not patient, got his own time. And I'm New York, state of mind. God sent with a lot of dents. Man, I grew up poor, make a lot of sense. Yeah, I had a home, never been a crook. Tryna give y'all some content.
Play the beat, let me eat, get that catering. If you see God in me, I'm okay with it. Got that reach, check receipts like an ATM. Jesus beats, no retreat. I was made for this. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made for this. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, I'm made for this.
It's like I just touched down in London, I'm gone. Feel like I'm on a wave I never been on. Oh no, yeah. Skipping plans with my roadies, yeah. Girl, you're my number one roadie, yeah. We can take this thing slowly, yeah. Or we could copy drop 40. Ain't no other girl, you ain't gotta get sick. I'm Stevie Wonder when it come to all of these chicks. You my ride or die, we ain't never caught it quits. We just work the day and got a side, know you different. I'm getting goosebumps when you rapping my flow. You gon' mess around and make me make your last name cold. You got the full package, baby girl, you a pro. But I ain't gotta tell you, girl, you already know. When I saw you, girl, I was like, say no more. Everything about you, yeah, I adore. Got my love like it's all yours. Yeah, you that thing I've been praying for. Different from these other ones, that's for sure. Got me going crazy for you. Like, why? Tell me why you like that. You just gotta like that. Why? Yeah, why you like that? Yeah, you just gotta like that. Like, why? Yeah, why? Hey, yeah. Swear that I can talk to you for hours, girl. Ace of Space had it on you most valuable. Can't find another you, we've been around a while. God bless the kid when I found you, yeah. Yeah, you were more than rubies. Hey, I still love you when you moody. Yeah, you know I love you when you goofy. I love it how you roll like some sushi. And we rockin', we rollin'. Everything is golden. You special and you chosen. I buy you them roses. Hey, let's do this thing right, that's what I wanna do daily. See God first, live good till we 80. Blind highlights got your boy going crazy. I just sit back like that, you my lady. When I saw you, girl, I was like, say no more. Everything about you, yeah, I adore. Got my love like it's all yours. Yeah, you that thing I've been praying for. Different from these other ones, that's for sure. Got me going crazy for you. Like, why? Tell me why you like that. You just gotta like that. Why? Yeah,
Every day I'm just trying to be better. Set a goal, complete it to the letter. My life is a game of chess, I don't do checkers. When you really use your brain, then you can flex up. When haters sit my way, I just deflect it. Hey, run so hard, you gotta respect it. I praise God for all of my blessings. To him, I'm truly indebted. Way too focused, I stay concentrated. Pro at being persistent, let me demonstrate. Hey, innovative mind, feeling liberated. Getting the show on the road, underlay. When it's my time, better believe I'm gon' shine. Right there in front lines, sharing truth that a rope a dope. Yo, so definitely gon' blow minds. Passion keeps me moving, keeps me active, too unique. Just to be the average, fix the areas that I'm slacking, trying to make something happen, boy. I can't stop, I'm on a roll. New perspective got me flexing, yo, I'm on the go. Okay. Gotta get it. Hey, gotta get it. Gotta get it. Hey, gotta get it. Woo! Aware of my weakness. So I fortify the defense. Yeah. Get the rest in the evening. Wake up in the morning, polish up the precinct. Yeah. Everything has a season. Every circumstance happens for a reason. Lessons learned. Real ones been the key since. If I eat, best believe everybody eating. I'm hotter than a snowman in the sauna. In my own lane, I can do what I wanna. Ay, God keeps everything in order. Body a demon, I will never ever hesitate. When it's my time, better believe I'm gon' shine. Right there in front lines, sharing truth that a rope a dope. Yo, so definitely gon' blow minds. Passion keeps me moving, keeps me active, too unique. Just to be the average, fix the areas that I'm slacking, trying to make something happen. Boy. I can't stop, I'm on a roll. New perspective got me flexing, yo, I'm on the go. Okay. Gotta get it. Hey, gotta get it. Gotta get it. Hey, gotta get it. Woo!
Hey, Mr. Aaron, your songs, they're just amazing. I can't, they're just so good. You've outdone yourself. I know you be trying, and it's great. And you moved up to the next level. You're so great. You're famous.
Yeah, a lot of girls probably crying from my old high school. Look, they see me everywhere they go. I probably would too. Look, crossed over to the Jordan man like I'm Michael. Yeah, eating blessings so much I might need lipo. Yeah, tailored for the doves like I'm walking in chucks. Yeah, it's just in this plan, man, I see how y'all shook. Look, knew that I was great ever since I was a rook. Man, all y'all singles making me look good. Okay, praise to the Most High, yeah, that's Jesus. Look, but when it come to this rap thing, I can't lose. Yeah, back-to-back number ones, that's the thing greats do. Yeah, tell them boys that ain't nothing I can't do. Look, God made me for this, man, it's my year.
Like right here.
Look, ain't no more games going for the...
How's that salad? Is it good? Oh my goodness. I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. Hello. Oh yeah, let's move that, definitely. Thank you, Joe. This is my son, Joseph. All right. So let's settle in, back in. Throughout the night, this is how it'll go. You'll eat a little bit, you'll have conversation, and then I'm going to really rudely interrupt you so that you can hear a great story. But this is my friend, John Moore. We've known each other long time.
Long time.
Way before Arukah, right?
I remember when you and Kelly were emptying Arukah out.
Yeah.
We brought some boxes for you so you can pack things up.
We did.
And I knew you even before that.
Yeah, even before that. So I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for the hard work you've put in these last couple of years. Even before you got to Arukah, you were working hard. And John has been with us for what, about
16 months.
16 months, a little longer than we expected. But
exactly.
For good reason. And that's something that we do at Arukah, where if a guy needs a little longer than the 12 months, then we'll work with him on that. All right. So, we're not like you're on the street, 12 months, done. Right. I mean, we're going to work with that person. So, John, why don't you tell everyone here? We were talking a little bit. You were going to tell us a little bit about your story before you were homeless, and then how you got there, and then how you came to us.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I had a job and everything, and then I really of course lost the job. And then I lost my housing, but fortunately, about a month after, I got another job and was allowed back in. And then about a year later, again, I lost the job, and then I was homeless. And one thing about homelessness that people they might understand, is it's a full-time job. It really is. I mean, you've got to, more or less sleep with one eye open. Make sure nobody steals your stuff. It's really, I didn't experience so much, violence or what. I don't do drugs, so I didn't have a problem with that. But it's hard to get a job if you don't have some help with people. One of my faults is I don't ask for help, which I have learned being here that, people want to help. And that's all of you. You want to help. So I was homeless for probably 8-9 years. But I went to church. And one of the places that Cornerstone has a homeless outreach, they used to have it at Vineyard Christian Fellowship. And so I would, help out, figuring, I'll give back. You're helping me, I'll help you. And I worked my way up into actually running the program on site. But I was still homeless. It really lifted me up, but I still, again, I didn't really ask for help. When COVID hit, I had a drinking problem. So I went into rehab for 4.5 months and really straightened myself out. And then after that ended, I reached out to Josh and Mark, and I did not have to live on the street a day. I came to him and said, hey, I really need your help. And Mark interviewed me, and it was like he interviewed me and I was there that next night. That's the love they show. Excuse me if I choke up. So I had, while I was in rehab too, they also gave me the opportunity and helped me to look for a job and whatnot. So it was only 5 days when I was at Arukah that I got a job. So I got a job. I've been working ever since. Thanks to Arukah, I've been able to, save a bit of money. But thanks to Arukah and thanks to him, because all goes to him. But it goes through Josh, who I just can't say enough about. I mean, like I say, I've known him for such a long time, and him and Kelly really just you can't believe the love that they have for everybody, but just the love they have for what they do. And, most of you do know Josh. Josh, you can't help but smile every time you see him.
I don't know about that, John, but I don't know, maybe. Although I've heard I'm becoming softer. I've become a grandfather, so just so you know this, I'm a grandpa now. And I'm getting a little softer, I hear. So maybe I am. So, John, your story, I know, right? John, your story just intrigues me because 9 years of being homeless, that's a long time, right? And having an addiction with alcohol, but you worked really hard of getting yourself sober, staying sober with us, and you were loved. I know you were loved at your job, and you've maintained that job for over a year now, right?
It was, again, 16 months
16
yesterday.
Months, yep. 16 months working full time. You've saved money. And the reality is, the reason why John has been with us so long is that he's been looking for housing. John, you've been homeless for 8-9 years. You probably don't have a rental history that goes back 5 years ago, right? You have enough money to rent somewhere.
Yeah,
you have plenty.
definitely.
Your job pays well. You're sober. You're clean and sober. I mean, but because you don't have the rental history, because you don't have the credit, you're having a hard time finding rent.
Correct.
Okay? So what's great about these dinners is this is where connections get made. Maybe you have a room. Maybe you know somebody that has a room. Let me tell you something. I would recommend John in a heartbeat to rent a room for you. And he can afford it. So that's what he's looking for right now. And so I would love what you've done. You have worked so hard. Your story is inspiring, and you inspire people all the time at your work and with the friends that you have. And so we're going to be praying for you for that housing. That's going to happen, and I know it's going to happen in due time. And I just want to thank you for you just maintaining and working hard and really moving forward and allowing Arukah to be a part of that process.
Well, you're very welcome. You know, I've been here there 16 months. So I've seen a lot of people come and go, and I've seen a lot of people that have just completely turned around. But, the whole thing is they need to be surrounded also by people that want the same thing that they want. And that's what we're a family, really. We get together and we do Bible study, and we constantly encourage each other. And those are the things that we are, I don't know if you were taught, but by going to church, just praying, worshiping the Lord, and this great man right here, it's just an inspiration, along with Mark and Stuart. Now, Stuart actually was homeless with me at one time. And he used to help us out also. But just, I encourage you to this organization is just, there's nowhere to go but up when you're in this. When you're in this, there's nowhere to go but up. They give you all the tools you need. I never asked for something that I haven't received from them. But most of all, I've received really in my heart their love of the Lord. That's really what I've got from that.
Let's give it up for John. Thank you so much for being here, brother.
Thank you.
Let's enjoy this meal.
Thank you, my brother.
We made idols out of evil, the heart deceitful. Don't trust the higher ups, don't trust yourself either. We made idols out of evil, a wicked people, the heart deceitful. We all evil. Yeah. Run
tell that it's a new era. Run that back, it's a new era. This put death to the idol. My cross chain in the Bible. I walk through valley with eyes closed. Through the flame, but I survival. I tell the devil that Christ home. Repent. I am a problem, this is the godson. I'm on a mission, disrupting, kicking, breaking the windows, breaking the system, yeah. They rather push the drugs, but I got the antidote. They want a shallow 16, but I'm Michelangelo, and they want purpose, but I'm a truth bearer. No cap, tell that snap back to a new era.
Level up, we're about to take it and level up. In it to win it, no limits, you know that we're heading up. Blessings on blessings, blessings on blessings. You know where we're getting from. Bada boom, bada bing, it's a new era, new everything. Go toe that, it's a new era. Run that back, it's a new era. Go toe that, it's a new era. Run that back, it's a new era. Go toe that, it's a new era. Run that back, it's a new era. Bada boom, bada bing, it's a new era, new everything. It's a new era, new everything. Yeah, bada boom, bada bing. It's a new era, new everything. Whoa, whoa, hey, whoa. Climate change, don't need lames. I need God. I make the sauce. I mean, yeah, glory to God. Shooters aim, I got range. What are the odds? Never go, we not the same. No, we not. Climate change, don't need lames. I need God. I make the sauce. I mean, yeah, glory to God. Give me the turn, watch it up burn. On my bros, on my Lord, we won't stop. Rich like boo, faith don't bloom. Ball so hard with a fake eye shoe. I'm too live, take that dive. Got my runs, but I feel LeBron. Yeah, whoa, climate change, not my fault. On my sauce. I cannot fake, this is too late. Home of the safe, yeah. How many cars, how many bras? Do for your heart, yeah. Up in the deep, what is you seek? Boys, you deep, we not so heathen. Never wanna dance all night. Had a queen scope on sight. Oh, you thought we won't fight? Climate change, don't need lames. I need God. I make the sauce. I mean, yeah, glory to God. Shooters aim, I got range. What are the odds? Never go, we not the same. No, we not. Climate change, don't need lames. I need God. I make the sauce. I mean, yeah, glory to God. Give me the turn, watch it up burn. Liddy, yeah. On my bros, on my Lord, we won't stop.
I'm like, ooh, gang. I never had no pops. Whoa, ooh, gang. Now I gotta get to the top. Whoa, ooh, dang. I'm feeling myself. I had to go and count these buckets. They count me out cause now I'm stunting. Whoa, hey, day, we pull out a stick. Oh, God, we said go let it hit. Oh, God, we said get him, I got him. Oh, I know the option, I spot him. Oh, I got epiphany, my bro. They want to steal from me, my bro. Listen, gon' seem to me, but play will it, he kill and see destroy. Oh, yeah. Fight that fight for me. Hey, haters gon' hate like, whoop. Shake them off like this. I could have shown like,
Climate change, don't need lames. I need God. I make the sauce. I mean, yeah, glory to God. Shooters aim, I got range. What are the odds? Never go, we not the same. No, we not. Climate change, don't need lames. I need God. I make the sauce. I mean, yeah, glory to God. Give me the turn, watch it up burn. Liddy, yeah. On my bros, on my Lord, we won't stop.
Play the game, hold your tongue, you'll get far. Either that or your pocket in the car. I did it for the kids like LeVar. Talking wild while the family ball. Hey boy, please chill. Why you keep it so real? Got the whole room laughing, and your face blue still. All that comes with the press, the pressure. So much for a deal. My boy just got rich, broke in with a meal. flames. Known from the climate change. Who run it?
Climate change, don't need lames. I need God. I make the song. I mean, yeah, word of God. Give me the turn, watch it burn. Let it die. On my toes, on my Lord, we won't stop. We won't stop.
Look at the gleam, look at the beam, I'm shining. Look at the chain, look at the rings, we been grinding. Look at the toy, look at the numbers, they ain't lying. Look at my eye, you see the grind, I cannot hide it. Gotta be God, it's gotta be Jesus. Gotta be God, gotta be Jesus. Oh my God, gotta be Jesus. Gotta be God, gotta be Jesus. Yeah. Ain't no more capping, I'm back on the beat. I graduated in 2015. That was a summer that I couldn't sleep. I had to look to the Lord for peace. Not some labels that wanted to me. Can't even me, I'm at a reach. I got my mama a horn of the whip, and she got the keys. It isn't a lease. Now I'm just scared of me losing it all. I know that pride before the fall. I got some brothers I can't even call. Could they like a friend when there's money involved? I make a bang on the beat, kaboom. I thought they got in my sleep, I do. She don't even call me RG, Raul. Ain't nothing new, it's gotta be God. It's gotta be Jesus. Gotta be God. Gotta be Jesus. Oh my God. Gotta be Jesus. Gotta be God. Gotta be Jesus. Look at the gleam, look at the beam, I'm shining. Look at the chain, look at the rings, we been grinding. Look at the toy, look at the numbers, they ain't lying. Look at my neck.
What I did?
Holy.
Gotta be King Jesus. He gon' pull up for me, yeah. Come out the east, I'm an Easter. So I throw it to E, yeah. Had to learn how to breathe, even I was huffing and wheezing. I don't got it a kingpin, and you better believe it. I can't get enough. Had a mean pass with a mix with life of that green cash. In a V-class, they were cruising around with that ski mask. Like I'm He-Man, trying to live for the city, I'm scheming. I'm a grown man, when they cap on the gang, I ain't even mad. How about that? None of these folk tryna build up a team. Might as well swing, we can get up that. Working all day, we can turn up night. I never went down even without a fight. If you win the way, move, I'm not polite. Everybody leaving when I pull out light. Took a left turn, but I still got the right. It gotta be God.
It's gotta be Jesus. Gotta be God. Gotta be Jesus. Oh my God. Gotta be Jesus. Gotta be God. Gotta be Jesus. Look at the gleam, look at the beam, I'm shining. Look at the chain, look at the rings, we been grinding. Look at the toy, look at the numbers, they ain't lying. Look at my eye, you see the grind, I cannot hide it. Gotta be God.
Testing.
All right, we are back. Told you this thing's loaded with people. I would like to introduce you to my friend, Mr. Jeff Cole. How are you?
How you doing? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Jeff, you have been with us for how long?
I've been with the Arukah House about 6 months now.
6 months. Yeah. Hey, tell me, your story is pretty awesome. Tell me, you're formerly incarcerated, right? So tell me your story before you became incarcerated. What was life like for you? Where you grew up, kind of environments and stuff like that, how you got to prison, and then life change.
Okay. Well, I grew up in the 60s. I was a young man, maybe about 10 years old, in the heart of Oakland. I witnessed in 1963 on the television a United States president being assassinated, John F. Kennedy. I was about 11 years old. Right after that, I didn't realize at 11 years old that I would be making some decisions that would cost me 45 years of my life being incarcerated. I remember there's a proverb that says, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the ways thereof is the ways of death. I also witnessed in that decade Martin Luther King being assassinated. Malcolm X was assassinated. I was in the heart of Oakland in the civil rights movement with the Black Panther Party, deep down in Oakland. So again, I didn't realize the decisions I was making. As a matter of fact, as I thought about it as the years passed, I didn't know how to make no decisions at 11 years old. I knew a lot of people that didn't go the route I did, but I got caught up. When I really got caught up in the 70s and 80s, a bank robbery occurred, and I was involved as a young man, and they sent me to a prison called DBI. I got out of there. I really didn't learn my lesson, so to speak. That same year, in 78, my little daughter was beaten to death by the babysitter. And it drove me more and more to drugs and alcohol at that time. I ended up in 1981, I believe, 80. I ended up catching another bank robbery, and they gave me 11 years on this time. So when I look back on my life as a young man, and I make no excuse about this, I didn't handle it right. I didn't make the right decisions. I did have support. But due to the things that were going on at that time, I did not make the right decisions. I ended up doing that 11 years, but what occurred was, I recall in 1984, I was sent to CMC, and my neighbor and my other neighbor was into a fight, and he fell down and he died. And I was in between both of them. As a matter of fact, I consented to even the fight, but I didn't know it was going to turn out that he fell and accidentally would die. So they gave me another 11 years. So at that time, when I went to the hole, I remember there was a Christian officer named, I'm not going to name his name, but he seen I was going through a real tough time. So he used to come and feed me and pass me literature, Christian literature. And I accepted it. And finally he asked me, did I know the Lord? I said I grew up in a Christian home, but I wasn't walking with the Lord. So he led me to the Lord then. But I didn't realize that it would be years later before I started walking out my own salvation with fear and trembling. However, I started witnessing and the Lord started using me, and I got out. I got out in 1995, and I thought I knew enough about the Word of God. I was zealous, and I felt the Lord told me to start a ministry. But I didn't realize, nor did I count the cost, that I hadn't really been tried out there in the free world after the 17 years I done. So I got involved with a young lady for a couple of weeks, and something was wrong with that situation. But I still recall what she said after the inappropriate action that went on. She said, "Where's Jesus now?" But she said it in such of a smirking way that it really discombobulated me. I stumbled out of her apartment. The ministry that the Lord allowed me to start, it just crumbled. I ended up feeling so bad and so ashamed that I robbed a bank, another bank, and they gave me 25 years of life. When I went back, when I first started on my first year, I knew I was saved, and I had to ration it out. How can a person be saved and claim to be filled with the Holy Spirit, but do a crime like that? But now, over the last 20 years of ministering to men's and doing yard ministries, I see that can happen to anybody if you're not being very careful or very vigilant. So the first year, I ended up started back ministering, then I found out my mother died. So I was in the hole. So when she died, it affected me so bad in 2001 that I ended up trying to commit suicide. And I cut my wrists. So after I got out the hole and the years went past and the Lord revised me and I was back witnessing and doing things for the Lord with the men's in prison, it dawned on me that I never might get out. I might not never get out of prison again. But you know, there was a point in there I felt that would be okay, because I started really seeing many men all around me, a lot of them that had been ripped off at an early age when they was 10, 11, 12 years old, and they was never able to get out of the cycle. And I left a bunch of them just 6 months ago, and I know their stories. And sometimes I say to myself, were they really responsible? And then I realize even more, the enemy is totally real. And I knew that he had ripped them off the same way he done me. But as the years went past, I started getting strong in the word, and I started witnessing even more of the Lord, because I just felt there's a scripture that reads in 2 Corinthians, I believe it's 10:6, he said, and being ready after your obedience is being filled, or avenging yourself once your obedience is fulfilled. So I've really started taking a real dislike for what the enemy had ripped me off in all my life. So I started just witnessing. The Lord gave me a gift in that he will allow me to win men to Christ, and that's what I did. But it was God, because he had prepared the men's heart. I just had to be a willing vessel. But however, the years went on past, and I ended up suffering from illnesses like Crohn's, lupus, COPD, asthma, and different things. And the Lord gave me a scripture that I still remember. It's in Proverbs 18. It speaks about the spirit of a man will sustain him in his sickness. And that's the scripture I ran with all them years with the brothers on the yard. And then finally, they called me to board, just random. The Lord opened up a door. He said, "You going to board." Proposition 57 had fell in. And my crime yet and still was a bank robbery, but it still was nonviolent offense because nobody was hurt in there. So to speak, I didn't put my hands on no guns or anything involved. So I went to the board, and they asked me in the board, what would prevent you from doing that again? And I had been taking NA and AA, but, you know, my hope was in the Lord. You know, it wasn't in the NA. I got nothing against that. I just spoke at a meeting Friday night here. But I know who my deliverer is. I know it was the Lord that delivered me.
Amen.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, how many years total? In and out?
This time it was 21 years.
This one was 21, but what was before that? How many years complete?
Say that again?
How many years all the way? This last one was 21.
All the total from 18 years and then 21, and there was some in-between time.
It's about 40-something years altogether?
It was over 40.
Yeah.
And I want to say this before you say anything else.
Hang on, put your mic up to it. No one can hear you.
I remember...
Jeff.
When I...
Put your mic up. No, everyone wants to hear what you have to say.
I remember when I came to the Arukah house. And remember when I came for 6 days after 21 years. And they snatched me back up and put me back in prison for something that occurred in another house. They said it was an aspirin or something.
Yeah.
It was a different thing. And I looked in your eyes that day because I was shattered. I worked so hard. It was so much to get there and then get snatched up. And then I seen it in your eyes, and you asked them, I still recall this. You said, what have he done? And you started talking to the parole officer, but yet and still, they still arrested me. And I went back for 6 more months, and I came back to the Arukah house. I stayed in contact. You allowed me to come through then. But I just want to say to you, I appreciate that, man. I remember that.
We fought for you because it was a bad allegation that happened to you on that. But let me ask you this real quick because we want to get the crab out here, right?
Okay.
That's what we want. So we gotta get going here.
Okay.
How's Arukah, just quickly, how's Arukah helped you for the last 6 months that you've been out there? I know that instance of us fighting for you to get back into the house with parole and the board and stuff, but how's your experience?
Well, I'll just tell you, the Arukah house to me, and let me just say it like this. It's because of your demonstration, Mark's demonstration, Stewart demonstration, that the love of God that you guys showed, and the patience that you guys displayed and you demonstrated. You know, I never seen you get angry once. I never seen you get pushed out of shape.
You still got another
once.
6 months though, so.
But I just want to say, because of the Arukah house, I'm able to acclimate. You know, the Arukah house has allowed me to have relationships. You encourage different things. You've been there for me. Go ahead. I know.
Well, I was just thinking about that acclimation, right? 21 years this last time, 40 over time. It takes time to acclimate. It takes time to get back into society and just get into the flow of society. It takes years, actually. There's so much that has happened in the trauma of being incarcerated for so many years. There's a lot of trauma that happens. And for Jeff, I mean, you're a good man. I love you, brother. I mean, you're a good man, and you're working hard right now. And you are at a different stage in life than a lot of the younger guys that are in the house, right? So our approach with you is going to be different, right?
It is.
It's not a one-size-fit-all program, right? We're taking a different approach with you. But, giving you that time to breathe, hopefully, is hopefully helpful for you.
It really has, because if I probably would have been in another program, just the time, you guys, and the patience, and anything, a vision, a plan we want to work on.
Yeah.
You help us. I mean, not only we don't pay for anything, the board or the the food, you know, even your wife got involved in the financial, will help us how to handle finances. And that's one thing I really never had, but yet she would take the time to find out where every dollar went. And I'm just saying there's computers there. I'm taking advantage of that.
We try to teach you that stuff. It's good. So thank you so much, Jeff. We love you.
Yeah.
Let's bring on the crowd.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
Welcome to the mountain.
I think it's very clear that there are people in your profession that write fake news. You do. She
They ain't
does.
ready for it.
There are people in your profession that write fake news.
Man, our world needs a breakthrough. Sick and tired of this fake news. We are all being lied to. Boy, it's time to get woke up. Boy, it's time to get woke up. Boy, it's time to get woke up. Cause our world needs a breakthrough. Sick and tired of this fake news. No one knows what to believe anymore. It's like bop it with the twist and the spin in the report. So much negative is eating up my soul. Why I'm out to lunch with Jesus daily, building up my hope. Cause big corporations owning almost everything. They can feed us what they want, we the program. Is reshaping every man I wanna CNN. That's the power in the press, like a CNN. What you talking about? Wealthy people at the top. Sold their soul to the devil just to get a spot. Check the comments and the lyrics, what they talking about. It ain't hidden, check the symbols, it's their downfall. So Jesus reigns, spirit reign, time to liberate. Many finding out the truth behind Pizzagate. This ain't tied to a party but the deep state. All this evil needs to go, exterminate. Man, our world needs a breakthrough. Sick and tired of this fake news. We are all being lied to. Boy, it's time to get woke up. Boy, it's time to get woke up. Boy, it's time to get woke up. Cause our world needs a breakthrough. Sick and tired of this fake news.
Sick and tired of this fake news. Just another thing to pray through. Baby's dying, mama's crying, suicide, yeah. Just another thing to wake to. Waiting tooth and nail to excel in the industry that sell you for sales. Or your project go to jail. Look at TV and they puffing up them numbers. Can't you tell that the God of this world got a message in the mail? I won't carry it, I won't. Don't you dare say that you want God to judge you when you don't. I'm just stating all the facts, finding out the artifacts. God revealing all the truth. I don't think I'm pretty about me, but I'm chasing them like Ruth. If you hate me for this one, then go off. I don't strut around in public, keep it low, dawg. I think the president gon' give me a phone call. I'ma say exactly what I told y'all.
Man, our world needs a breakthrough. Sick and tired of this fake news. We are all being lied to. Boy, it's time to get woke up. Boy, it's time to get woke up. Boy, it's time to get woke up. Cause our world needs a breakthrough. Sick and tired of this fake news.
When you read the phony stories, nobody acknowledges this. All these people, they've done this incredible job, and they shouldn't be abused. And I would love to be able to say that we have a very honest press.
It's your breath, girl. So you can have it back.
It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only.
You're the only one I've ever needed. I make it messy, you're the one to clean it. Sometimes I lose it, sometimes I'm stupid. I drop the ball, repeat it. Can't believe I ain't cast out from the last bout. Don't know what that's about. You pulled my mask out, I had a fast drop down on my last count and threw it up. You still receive me, walk in my shoes, no orthopedics, all cause of you. I am still breathing and I am believing. I don't need to bloom to know it's my season. Hey, I give my last breath to you. call me and I'm coming through. Show me, they give me the cue. If I am with you, then I got the juice.
It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise, pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. Great are you, Lord.
Nobody greater. Facts. Ain't nobody greater. Alpha and Omega, healer of my past. You're my now and later, no denominator, blessing operator. You're my problem solver when it's complicated. You get all the glory, and only you can get the praise. Man, Lord, you know my story, but you ain't even phased. Now I'm unashamed. No one was ever this true. No faking, I got the proof. I'm sticking to you like glue. Lord, there's no one greater than you.
It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. Great are you, Lord.
Oh, come, let us sing to the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come into his presence with thanksgiving. Let us make a joyful noise to him with songs of praise. For the Lord is a great God and a great King above all gods. And his hands are the depths of the earth. The heights of the mountains are his also. The sea is his, for he made it. And his hands formed the dry land. Oh, come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord, our maker. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture. Whoa.
It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. Great are you, Lord.
If it's war, then it's beef, cause I ain't vegan. Tell Lucy you can't have my soul for digits. I pull his car and found out it had a limit. I'm just too expensive. If it's war, then it's beef, cause I ain't vegan. Tell Lucy you can't have my soul for digits. I pull his car and found out it had a limit. I'm just too expensive. I value my time over the money, I treat it like currency. I sit with my elders, I call them OGs, I treat them with courtesy. Respect is earned, check my deposit, I got me a lot of it. Secure me a bag, praise to the king, it's different economies, huh? First, it is what it is. I handle my biz, I talk to my lady, she part of my ribs, huh? First, you see me, I'm lit. This verse is a gift, I treat it like Santa when I'm on the beat. I got it, I'm telling myself, I don't need nobody's help. If I don't make it, I'm blaming myself, not the cards that were dealt. These are the keys to wealth. If I don't take it, I gotta go chase it and grab it. We're working to feed ourselves. Case in point, if it's not hurting my joints, then why am I fooling myself? Let's get it. If it's war, then it's beef, cause I ain't vegan. Tell Lucy you can't have my soul for digits. I pull his car and found out it had a limit. I'm just too expensive. If it's war, then it's beef, cause I ain't vegan. Tell Lucy you can't have my soul for digits. I pull his car and found out it had a limit. I'm just too expensive. Dripping. If it's not dripping, sleeking. If you don't listen, speaking. I don't got time on the weekends. Sunday church is a meeting. Gotta get back to the deep end. The world too cold, seasons. Everybody got a different reason. I do it for the family tree, my family needs the family eating. If I don't get it, I get it, I gotta go get it, the family grieving. If I don't break the bread and drink the blood, there's something missing. If I don't pay my dues and pay the price, I don't get commission. Switching on my flow like you switch teams. Everybody told me this a pipe dream. This sound dirty, hygiene. Now I'm bumping on the bass with the whole team. 30 on my back, this a big league. They thought I was down like I'm KD, but it came right back like I'm DC. Cause I don't get tired like I'm KG. Talk to him.
If it's war, then it's beef cause I ain't vegan. Tell Lucy you can't have my soul for digits. I pulled his car and found out it had a limit. I'm just too expensive. If it's war, then it's beef cause I ain't vegan. Tell Lucy you can't have my soul for digits. I pulled his car and found out it had a limit.
Hello, my name's Josh Jonas. I'm the president of Arukah, and this is my friend Lori Pavich. And we wanted to talk to you today about one of our good friends, Don Maria, who is with us at Arukah, and Lori's a part of his story. And currently he's not able to be here with us right now, and we'll explain that a little bit later. But his story is amazing, and his journey, and who he is. And so, Lori, you're kind of like his guardian for a while, and so that's why I brought you in here, and you kind of introduced us for him to be coming into Arukah, and we both have known Don for many years. We love Don, but maybe tell me a little bit more and tell us a little bit more of his story and then how he kind of came to Arukah.
Okay, well, I met Don about 25 years ago, probably about the time that you did. And we became quick friends. He has a huge heart for the homeless, hunger and homelessness. So we just got very involved in a homeless ministry. And Don, we were also missionaries. And Don took kind of the whole missionary lifestyle to a whole different level. He didn't have enough money to live comfortably in this area, so he was homeless himself for many, many years and lived out of his car. Mm-hmm. And as he got into his 70s, that became a problem. He just wasn't healthy, and we started noticing he was getting a little forgetful, and we thought it was just kind of normal old age stuff. And then one day, Don disappeared for 3 days, and everyone was looking for him, and when he came around again, we found him in Niles, and I thought maybe he had had a stroke. And so we took him to the VA, and fortunately Don had spent 6 years in the Navy, so he had VA benefits.
So he's a vet.
He's a vet.
Served our country.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So he had VA benefits, so took him to the VA. They did months worth of testing and discovered that he has beginning to moderate stages of Alzheimer's. Mm-hmm. So we knew he couldn't live alone anymore. And having been involved with the homeless, I knew several people that had gone through Arukah successfully, and we are friends, so I called you, and that's how we ended up.
Yeah, and Don wouldn't be our typical guy to take in, right?
Right.
When he, how do you move him forward? What does that look like? Because obviously he's not going to be getting a job at his age, because by that time he's almost 80, I think he was at that time. Yeah. So he's not going to be getting work. The money he has right now isn't self-sufficient, and he has dementia, which is something, or starting of dementia, and that's something that even we were kind of like, oh, I don't know, right? Like, because what is that going to entail? How are we going to care for him and love him right where he's at?
And we knew Don wasn't a perfect fit for Arukah, but we knew Arukah was a perfect temporary fit for Don.
Right. And I think when we had talked, if I remember right, it was like, okay, how do we move him forward with the VA? How do we help him and give him time so that the VA can help him even better than what we can do, right? And so that he's not on the street, because we both love him dearly, and we don't want to see him homeless on the street with dementia. That just would break my heart. I couldn't bear that. So we took him in, and he was with us, and he was with us for almost 2 years?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Which was a blessing, because it's a Christian home where I knew he was surrounded in prayer and with compassionate, kind people. I knew he was getting healthy meals, which he wasn't getting when he was taking care of himself. And I knew he had a safe place to sleep, and it provided me the time I needed. I didn't know I would need this much time, but navigating the VA system wasn't real easy, and at least Dawn was taken care of until I could find a place in the VA.
And you did an amazing job. I know that it was hard, but you were the fighter for him and his advocate, and so I'm thankful for you, because I know I couldn't have done that, right?
Yeah, that's what you do with Arukah.
I know, but his was a lot more, and you did an amazing job. And 2 years went by, and a lot of different things happened with Don during that time, and we did see him declining.
COVID.
We had COVID. We had all kinds of stuff, right? And but the story ends well for Don. So kind of tell us a little bit what happened and how it happened.
Okay, so he was nurtured the whole time he was at Arukah. He was well taken care of, and in the meantime, I was able to finally find a place at a memory care facility in Redding. And luckily, he was a veteran, so it's a VA home. I don't know what we would have done without Arukah or without his veteran benefits, but he's now living in Redding. He's happy. He still kind of does the same thing. He's a creature of habit. He has his coffee every morning and plops himself right in the middle of a common area where people come and go, and
because that's what he did in Livermore.
Bay
if you're from Livermore, you know Don probably, or you've seen him, because every day he would go to Panama, and he'd sit on the bench
downtown, hoping to run into the homeless, because he was a huge homeless advocate. And he was always trying to find a need so he could fill it.
There to have conversation, to share Jesus with people. I mean, he loved Jesus, right?
We did a homeless Bible study for many, many years.
So it was great. So, well, I'm glad we were able to come in this way. I'm glad we were able to partner with you in helping Don, and that he's doing well now, and that he's in a place where he can be cared for and for the rest of his life. Whatever that looks like, right? He's got people to care for him, and so we're just a part of that story.
And if he could be here, I know he would thank you for the interim, because that was crucial in his mental health. I mean, he knew he was safe. He was really scared what was happening to him, but he knew he was going to be okay. So thank you so much for that.
Absolutely. Yeah, at Arukah, we do a lot of different things, from helping guys who are coming out of prison, helping guys who are coming out of homelessness. Don's situation definitely was different for us, but we were game, because we wanted to see and help him move forward in life. And so thank you for all your support, and thank you for allowing us to do what we do. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed that. We love what we were able to do in that situation. Hey, we at Arukah, we love to partner with people, and one of our partners is Costco. So we pick up, the guys do, they pick up a lot of items from Costco every week, 5 days a week. They're a huge supporter of Arukah. We get their returns, and they help provide for the home, right? It's awesome. It's really cool. But sometimes we have so much stuff,
And I just have a few people that we have partnered with Scarlett and Roland. You can both come up right now. Here, I'll let you. Do you guys know these two? Oh my gosh. I'm going to let them talk.
Oh, hey. Well, Scarlett, I'll let you go first.
You want me to go first?
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So my name is Scarlett. My husband and I, we have a ministry here in Livermore. It's called Light for His Kingdom Ministries. And what we get to do every single month is have monthly distribution for single moms. And so what we do is we provide household essentials, personal care products, cleaning supplies, and baby essentials. And right now we have just about over 70 moms that we get to minister to every month. But here's the thing. When you're supplying for 70 households, it takes a lot, especially baby supplies, diapers. And what a blessing Arukah House has been. So what I want to say tonight, we would have to go buy diapers had we not been able to go shopping. He's one of our first stops on our way to our distribution is his storage unit. And so we haven't had to buy deodorant. We haven't had to buy diapers. We haven't had to buy wipes. His supply house has done so much for us. Not just that, I want to also say that what a selfless man, because his time is valuable and he is already pouring out to the men in the community. And not only that, when we call upon him, he meets us there. And sometimes it's not just once a month. Sometimes it's 2 times a month. Sometimes it's 3 times a month. Sometimes when we need mattresses for moms and their kids who are otherwise going to be sleeping on the floor in their homes, he meets us there at 7:15 on a Sunday morning to make sure that this mom and this child is not sleeping on the floor anymore, because he cares if they're sleeping on the floor. So it's not just about the Arukah House, it's about the community. And so when you guys are giving to the Arukah House, you're in addition to giving to the men, you're giving it to the women and the children in our community. And so, Josh, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for what the Arukah House does for our ministry and for the women of the community.
That's awesome. I'll just say a ditto on everything you just said.
Yeah.
And just add this quickly. My wife and I watched The Chosen. Binge watched The Chosen over the last 5 days. Here's what happened at the very end. Jesus is just about to speak the Sermon on the Mount. So I was reading this today on the flight up. It says in Matthew 7:24, it says this: "Therefore, everyone who hears these words and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock." I got to tell you, Arukah House is the rock. We have an organization called Tri-Valley Seek and Save, but it's modeled after one key feature. We created a word called Christocracy. It's based on the sharing of resources that Arukah House has done with us the last 3 years. So just here's the last thing I just want to say is I want to say their acts of worship, giving through service is amazing by this organization, this group. Tri-Valley Seek and Save is very grateful. Thank you.
You know what? I want to add one more thing real quick, because I know you have the 200-year plan, but you know what, Josh? Really, it's eternal. Because what you are doing is eternal. You're making a difference in the eternal lives of these men and the women of the community. There you go. Now I'm done.
All right. Thank you, guys. We love to give away stuff. It's not about us. It's about the community, and we love to get the men into the community, into helping, serving. And when we get blessed, we want to bless others. And so we try to partner with many different different ministries out there to help support the community. So it's been pretty awesome. I got another person I'd like to introduce you to, Mr. Eric Lee. Some of you might be thinking, hey, what would a mentorship look like? If I wanted to be a mentor of one of the guys, well, this is one of our mentors and Bible study leaders, and Dave Ramsey. You come and do Dave Ramsey with us too. You do it all. I should hire you. Man, you're doing a lot. No. We love you. He's one of our volunteers. Give it up for Eric Lee.
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Josh and Mark, for just allowing me to be a small part of these brothers' lives. My job is to kind of point them to God, really, in general. I'm involved with meeting them with the guys one-on-one, and I do facilitate small group Bible study, and we've done once with financial study with Dave Ramsey. And you've heard it, it's just so inspiring to be there. It's the highlight of my week, just to hear their stories and to hear the resolve to live for God. I mean, to hear them plan, I'm going to do this for God, and I'm going to do this for my family, and that's knowing where they came from. That's really just all I get to listen to. I just get to be an eyewitness to that. To me, it's a glimpse of heaven. We have come from such different backgrounds and families and such, and yet we all have the most important thing of our life, Jesus Christ, in common. And so that's just, I get so many benefits. I'm just going to tell you some of the benefits that I get out of this. I get to learn flexibility, just to be open to different schedules, and things happen and things come up. And by the way, these miracles are it's not all, great. I mean, there are conflicts we have to work through, and we just learn how to deal with it and learn to do life together with that. So thank you for your support.
Awesome, Eric. Eric is one of our great. We have many volunteers, and they do amazing things, and Eric is just one of them, but just that his dedication to the men is fantastic. I wish I could bring up all my volunteers up here. It's fantastic. I got one person else that I wanted to bring up, and I thought, as I was thinking, his name is Mr. Jim Meehan, and he's a supporter of Arukah. You've been coming to our dinners, and you help guide, and I thanked you one time. I go, man, thanks for supporting us, right? And I go, and I think I asked you the question of like, why would you? Because I know your profession, and you can go into that. And you just said something that really pushed me back. It was a couple of years ago, and it just was like, okay, I feel like we're on the right track. I feel like we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. So go ahead.
Amen. Yeah. And then, hello, everyone. I work for the ministry called the Alameda County District Attorney's Office. I see that the ministry of the Alameda County Board of Supervisors is in the house. And from my perspective, it's all about partnerships. And I was right in this room several years ago. I was trying to jog Kent and Jang's memory in terms of how many years ago it was that we were at a men's breakfast for Cornerstone Fellowship. And Josh came up and told us about his vision for Arukah. And I'm back there saying, amen. This is what we need, because I'm 30 plus years in the Alameda County District Attorney's Office, and probably 2/3 of that I've spent just cranking out jury trials. And I would joke with Pastor Chris Mullen from the ministry involving Mercy and Grace Ministries, thank you, that if it wasn't for my efforts, he wouldn't have anyone to minister inside. But he said something at a number of the fundraisers that really resonated with me, which is like, this day and age, men are going to be getting out. And do you want men getting out that are hardened and angry and resentful? Or do you want to see people getting out who love Jesus? Am I right? Yeah, so for me, what Arukah represents, from my perspective as a prosecutor, is an option that men can take advantage of. We have the reentry courts, we have drug courts, we have veterans court. I have my good friend Judge Stuart Hing from the Alameda County Superior Court with us. I have our chief assistant, Terry Wiley, from the Alameda County District Attorney's Office. And in case anyone out there is getting a little nervous, saying, oh, it's a lot of law enforcement in one room, maybe I'm going to hit the road and head to the Altamont Pass. Also, my nephew and his wife, who are with the San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office, so that we got you coming and going. But the bottom line is Arukah fills a huge void. I got transferred out from felony trial staff around 2013 to take over our Tri-Valley branch of the DA's office, which covers, Dublin. That's how I met former mayor of Dublin, Livermore, Pleasanton, unincorporated Alameda County, and my favorite cases to handle out of the Santa Rita County Jail. Lots of nasty stuff happening out there. And what I was really, really shocked by, even though I lived in Pleasanton, was the homelessness issue that was going on out here. I had no clue. I had no clue about the opioid crisis that was going on here, and the huge need. And that need is filled only a minuscule part by county or state federal services, and it just leaves ministries like Arukah to fill that gap. And I love the vision that you've shared to have an Arukah house, every single area in this
That's
state.
What we'd love to do.
Is that the 200-year plan? Hopefully
we
not.
could do that.
Let's do it. But we need to have people donating. We have to fund that dream. And I just ask that everyone here join in the effort to raise money for Arukah. It is such a needed resource out there for an underserved community of men coming out of addiction, men coming out of homelessness, men coming out of incarceration. So please, please, please be generous in your support. Put out bids that are ridiculously high on everything that is being offered today.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate you. It means a lot when I hear it from someone who's, works in the public sector, right? So that for me, that says something to me. My chef, Mr. Chad, has told me that we have a lot of crab. Would anybody like more at their table? All right, servers, make sure, nope, Nafa, you can't do that because you are coming up here. That's right. Look at Nafa. He's like ready to go serve, and he's coming up. Oh, we're closing the table soon. The silent auction is closing in about 15 minutes. So you might want to look. But I want to invite you up to the stage, Mr. Nafa. You want to take a seat and talk? Yeah. All right. You guys want to hear an amazing story? Yeah. All right. Let's hear it. Please welcome Nafa.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nafa, how long have you been at Arukah?
So I've been at the Arukah house for over 4 months now.
4 months?
Yeah, I arrived there in October 24th.
October 24th, and how many years were you incarcerated?
So I was incarcerated for 10 and a half years.
Yeah?
And,
tell me about your life before incarceration. You have told me some stories. You don't have to do all of them, right? We only have so much time, but...
I'll go real quick. I'll try my best. So me and my family came to California in 1982 as a first-generation family. My mom and dad didn't know nothing about California. And they didn't get no guidance. They didn't have no resources. They didn't have no clue about this life. And we arrived here in 1982, and we're in the town of Richmond. And that was back in 1982, and it was a tough time back then. I find it real quick that it was a difficult environment, having to deal with difficult situations at such a young age. So I grew up with hate. I grew up angry. A lot of times I found myself as I went to school that I didn't want to go because I was getting hurt, me and my sister and brother getting jumped by people because, I don't know, maybe because we look different than everybody else. It got to the point where at 11 years old, I just got fed up with it and joined a gang, got involved with people that fit the same script as me. They were having the same struggles. So we became a pack. That was in 1987. I became a terrible person. Started making bad choices. Started stealing. Started hurting people. Did whatever I can to survive. And in 1992, I really became a big deal in the gang I was in. When I really got initiated in the gang, I got jumped in 1992. I was supposed to be part of the first generation, but I told the group of people that I wasn't going to be in the first generation and wanted to be the first in the second generation, and I told them I'll be the leader. And as everyone knows, being a leader, it has a lot of responsibilities. And because I had those responsibilities, I had to make an example out of everybody else that was following me. And by being an example, I did things that I'm not proud of, hurting people and shooting people. And because I took on that leadership role, I got incarcerated real quick. Just when I got jumped in 1992, I caught my first term that they gave me 3.5 years in CYA, stands for California Youth Authority, for a shooting in the middle school. And after that, I came out like a month later, did another shooting at a high school. About a month after I got out, So now I'm in juvenile hall in 1992, and they sent me to YA for 3.5 years. So from 1992 to almost 1996, I was stuck in a place where it was like a miniature prison, where there were a bunch of kids like me. I thought I was the hardest gangster, you know, and when I came there, I realized I wasn't the only toughest guy around. So after that, I got out, called another case in 1997, and I ended up in prison. From 1997 to 2006, I was incarcerated in prison and did some things in there that I'm ashamed of, but I had to do it to survive, and survive I did. But I always try to make sure that I wasn't gonna put myself in a situation where I was gonna be the one getting hurt. I always played it safe. And then I got out in 2006. I thought I was gonna make a difference. I said I was never going back. But in my mind, I was half foot in and half foot out. I wasn't ready to change. So in 2011, well, before 2011, I was burning bridges. I was just hurting everybody, whether it was my family, whether it was my friends, whether it was my lover, whatever. I hurt a lot of people because of my alcoholism and my drug addiction, mainly because of my alcoholic. So I found myself in 2011, I was holding on to one last person. Then in 2012, that person gave up on me. And I was in Santa Rita in 2012, struggling. I was lost. I was beat up inside. And I was going to give up one night while in the cell. I was looking at a vent that was in my cell, and I was thinking about hanging myself because I was tired of living. And I was blaming everybody for it. So before I made that decision, I looked up to the heavens, and I asked God to take my life because I was tired, couldn't do it no more. I needed help. And from 2012, I was saved. That was the best decision I made. And I was talking to God that night. Help me, God, take my will, take my life, for my life's been unmanageable. So God and me, we made a plan. We made a pact. I started setting goals, things that I needed to do as I was prepared to head back to prison. And the things I did was I knew I had to get involved with things that's going to help me change my life. And I got involved with self-help groups, with God leading the way. And those self-help groups was, the first ones I took was NA and AA, because I knew I needed help with my addiction. That was one of the key factors that caused so many loneliness and people who left me. So I took those classes, and then I took anger management, because I knew I had a temper. I knew I had to find a way and understand why I had those, that temper. So I graduated from that class. I got involved in a class called AVP, and it stands for Alternative to Violence Program. And that opened my eyes up. That helped me understand why I did the things I did. And the thing is, by the grace of God, I'm up here talking to y'all. I'm normally one of them guys who's so scared, afraid to talk to people. I didn't know where this come from. I thought I'd be up here emotional and can't speak too much, and Josh will have to carry me out of here. But
no,
thank you,
you're
Lord.
Doing great. You know, what I see here and what I've seen in your life, because he tells a story, right, about how hard and strong and the things that he's done and stuff like that. And then I meet him and talk with him. God has been working in him for years and doing the life change in him for years before he came to Arukah. Because what I see in you is it's like this super soft and kind and gentle man that loves Jesus. And it's fantastic. And you have this servant heart. You were the first one. right over there. When I said, anybody need crab? You saw someone's hand going up. You knew you had to come up here, and you're like trying to get them crab. I was like, what are you doing? But that's your heart, right?
Yes.
You've been that way since day one. You're a very hard worker. And I know that since you've been with us, you've gotten a job, right?
Yeah,
You're working?
And it's amazing. So I've been working with this job as a community ambassador. And the amazing thing is they made me an employee of the month.
There we go.
Less than 4 weeks.
Come on.
You know, and it was really a part-time job for the time being that expires in June. And one day, one of the executive managers walked up to me while I was doing my job, patrolling the streets and taking pictures. And he told me that, you know, that they wanted to see me in the office, and they wanted to transition me into a regular employee. That's something that's difficult. Normally, it takes a person a whole year to work there before they become a regular employee. So it was a blessing. That was a blessing. That's by God. That's by God giving me the will to work hard. You know, I was determined to be the baddest gangster, which I wasn't because I was always incarcerated. But now I am determined to be the hardest worker and to be the best I can be and a role model for other people who's coming out of prison.
Well, you definitely are that. Hey, tell just a little bit, since you've been with us for about the last 4 months or so, how's Arukah helped you?
Oh my God. Arukah has benefited my life in ways that I cannot imagine. Me coming out of prison, first I just want to give thanks to my brother and best friend, Daryl. He's right here. Without him, without Daryl, this would not be possible, because before I arrived to Arukah, it was 2 years in the making. And me and my friend, we had 2 conversation occasions where I wanted to give up on Arukah because I was afraid of the things they expected of me. But my friend kept on advising me, no, stick with it. There's no other program like Arukah. This is the program for you. I believe this is right for you. I believe God is calling you to continue on this. So I stuck with it. And then I came out. I was still kind of lost. I wasn't that, like, I was scared. You know, after a lifetime of, you know, struggles. So when I came out, Arukah welcomed me in like a family. They cared for me in ways that I couldn't imagine. I thought it was going to be a strict, structured program. I came to find out it's like a family-oriented type of environment. You know, they provided for me a shelter, a roof over my head, because I didn't have no place to go. They provided for me transportation, because I had so many appointments to go to, and I didn't want to bother people for rides, so they gave me Clipper cards. They provided for me a bicycle. They even provided for me, my family, mattresses, because they needed it. They did so much for me, and I appreciate what they did. And because I was determined to do everything right with their guidance, I am where I am right now. I have a job, and I have family and friends now in my life that I lost before. You know?
Amen. Right on.
Thank you.
Was there anything else you'd like to say to the people here?
I just want to say that y'all contribution and y'all funding, it does not go to race. You know, it helps people like me coming out who gave their life to God and Christ and just want a second chance. That's all I wanted, was a second chance. And Arukah provided me that second chance. And I took it and run with it. And I'm thankful for
Right
Arukah.
on. That's the kind of guy that we're looking for Arukah, right? Like I said, we're not a shelter, we're not a rehab right now. We were looking for men that are determined to move forward and just need opportunity. And Nafa, you are taking the opportunity, you are running with it, you're doing an amazing job. I love you, brother. Thank you for speaking, man. Give it up for Nafa.
We'll trade you. All right, we're going to sell that one. No. Give those folks a hand. Wasn't that a wonderful experience? I'll tell you what.
Close it right now.
Good news, folks.
Grandstand's clapping at me.
You're still here, and we'll still have stuff. Silent auctions is about to close, so if you're going to go check your last bid, just to make sure, you better do it quickly because it's going to be over. It's 7:03. That says 7:01. You have 2 minutes. You folks over here are disadvantaged, but I saw a couple of people sneaking up from the table over here. Oh, there was one more. There was a moment tonight. I was pretty sure we were going to get this. Come on, talk to me. That was, I thought we were going to get that for a while. All right. Do you have your little lights for the heads and tails? If you bought the heads and tails, I don't know what they're called. What are they called? Doohickeys. I don't know what they're called. But you bought them for $20. Somebody hold one up. So there you go. They're the little light circles, right? Get your little light circle out because we're getting ready to go there. But a couple of things first. Okay, pay close attention because this will make you money. Look on your table and find your live auction sheet. There are a couple of things that I want you to look at. First of all, I want you to imagine where this will hang in your home, your office, your garage, wherever you want to put it. But where is this going to hang? Because we're going to sell that jersey in just a minute. And then I want you to look all the way at the bottom. Number 7. Did you enjoy the meal tonight? Would you like to enjoy it again with the chef? That's what number 7 is going to be. So, if you need to talk to the people at your table, if you just met them, hey, invite them over to the house because we're going to have dinner for 10. You got to think about who the other 10 people are going to be. So give that some thought. That's the last thing we'll talk about tonight is that particular gift. All right. Hold up your little light circle. You got it? All right. If you bought the light circle, stand up. If you have one, stand up. All right. Cool. All right, give them all a hand. They give it $20, and then you got to give them a little. There you go, a little love. 2 passes for a 1-day rental of Pedigo electric bicycles. And if you've ever ridden a bicycle and you haven't ridden for years, an electric bicycle is your answer, let me tell you, because I've already gotten there. And it is a wonderful experience. It makes the world flat. I don't care how steep the mountains are. I don't care how deep the valleys are. Electric bike will make it flat, and you will love this day. It's a tasting for 2 at the Shadow Puppet Brewery. I understand that's a high-class operation, a lot of fun, a lot of great food and drink. And then finally, 2 bottles of Ocasio wine. Is that Livermore Valley wine? Is that a Livermore wine? Okay, awesome. Livermore, we had the good fortune of eating at a restaurant last night where the corkage was $12 if it came from Livermore Valley, $20 if it came from anywhere else. So, God bless the industry here. All right. You're standing. You're going to choose whether you're going to go heads or tails. I think the head is obvious. The tail should be relatively obvious. All right. So, put it heads or tails, ladies and gentlemen. I have an American-issued quarter. Sir, don't move. You're going to be my witness. I need a witness. So here's the flip. There's the coin. If you got are you heads or are you tails? Everybody looking at the heads or the tails? Heads or tails, now's the time. What do we got? Heads, it's heads. If you're heads, you stay standing. All right. All right, how many are still standing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, one more flip before we make you come up here. No, she might she might disadvantage. Dan, you don't look like you've got anybody that you're going to be influenced by. Okay, in that case, all right, here we go. Heads or tails, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? You've put it on the head, you've put it on the tail, and the answer is tails, tails, tails. All right. Now, if you are still standing, how many? Come on up here. Come on up here. Come on up here. It's all ladies. In other words, the guys were clueless, completely clueless. No, I thought we had a winner, but no. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's good. All right, ladies, heads or tails? Gotta choose. Gotta choose. Choose you this day whom you will serve. You ready? 2 tails, 2 heads. And a hush fell over the room. Tails. Girls, thank you. Sarah and Olivia. Give them a hand. They survived to the last moment. They're going head or tails. If I could make it stand on edge, that would be interesting, but I don't think I can do that. All right. They've committed. This is where they're going. You don't want to cheer them? Give them a little cheer. Give them a little positive. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, it's heads.
Olivia! Sarah, here's your consolation prize. There's the quarter. All right. Give them a hand. That was a great time. That was good fun. We got to make a little money. All right. Before I forget, would you give it up for the tech guys because they've made us look and sound so good. Lights, sound, music, the whole bit. Awesome stuff. Supervisor Halbert, where is the supervisor still here? Sir, I know you're invited to 9,000 things. Thank you for supporting here. And district attorneys collectively. Awesome. Thank you. No, just thank you for being here. Wonderful time, wonderful support, wonderful speaking. Thank you for your service to the community. It's a wonderful thing. Okay, here we go. Moving right along. You've seen this. You've seen these little squares. You can pay for these auction items with virtually anything. Credit cards, you can text it, you can pay in cash with 2 forms of ID. That's how we're going to do it tonight. You can get any kind of payment that you want. We're going to make it happen. Where's our raffle people? Where are my raffle people? I need raffle people. Not the people who put it in the raffle. Thank you for volunteering, sir. I do appreciate that. Bring me a couple of the raffle bag. There we go. All right. Josh, always a servant. There we go. I love it. Thank you, sir. Get your raffle ticket out. Now, which do we have somebody that's going to pick we'll take 2 of them right now. Do we have a half a dozen of them? Is that about 6, 8? Okay, let's figure out what we're raffling off first. You could do a little blind raffle. Choose the raffle you won.
Let's see, it is, let's do Luck of the Irish Lottery Basket.
All right. All right, here's your Luck of the Irish.
You want to do it?
Luck of the Irish. The young lady.
There are a lot of tickets in here. This is awesome. All right.
Okay. You're going to pull a ticket out of this bag.
Don't look.
Don't look. Don't look.
Just one.
Just one. Thank you. It's a blue ticket.
Anybody?
If you did other crab feeds, you would know that actually is funny, but nobody cares.
That's good.
All right. It's a blue ticket. 1, 2, 5. Anybody happy yet? 1, 2, 5, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 5, 3, 5, 8. Bang! There you go. Give her a hand.
All right. Wendy Stewart, could you grab that basket and then bring up one that's next?
And bring one that's next. Okay. Is that your grandson?
That
I'm
is
happy
my
with the program.
grandson.
Yeah,
He's
thank
awesome.
you. Love him.
He's done so good.
Yes, that's
He's been
great.
here all day. He's a trooper, man.
He was
He's
checking
fantastic.
it all out too. I think he's got his name on a couple of silent auction things. I saw him. He was reaching for it.
Not yet. Are we doing all the raffles right now?
No, just two.
No,
Just
two?
Yeah, not those. Those are last.
Not the 500.
Yeah, the $500 is at the
If you
end.
want that, you got to stay all the way.
Yeah,
to
you
the
got to stay
end.
awake. You got to stay conscious. There's a lot of requirements to get that
That's
$500.
how we keep you here. I don't know who won. Right
Young
there.
lady right there?
Miss Kathy won that.
Okay.
Give her a round of applause.
And where's the?
We'll do the next one. We can read it. Right here.
Okay, you rig it. You rig it.
I'll help
you
out here.
Figure it out.
We have
All right.
a photo by Rich Yarrington. Where's Rich? Where's Rich? He's
Right
a
in front.
great
Okay.
photographer, and so we're going to raffle that off.
All right. Here we go. You seem honest enough to not look in there and pull your own number. And if you do, we're going to have a long conversation about how that happened. Okay, thank you very much. All right, here we go. 125. I think that's going to be how this whole night goes. 125-380. Did you win again? 380. 125-380. Right there. Give him a hand. He won that one. All right.
Mr. Dave
Superb.
Robertson. All right.
All right. Let's go to Brother Gore.
I'm out.
I'm assuming he's a brother. I'm just going to go with that. How many are 49ers fan? Okay. What happened to the Raiders? Left town, I know. Well, you gotta love somebody. Here we go. So, if you want a deal, you should go to Costco. They're supporting the ministry. I think they'd be great. So if you're looking for a bargain, go to Costco and they will take care of you. It'll be wonderful. Now we're going to have a live auction. You ever been in a live auction before? I talk as fast as I possibly can and get you to give as much money as you possibly can, and then we just cash it out and we try the next one. Does that make sense? And I already have a bidder. He's up to $1,000, I do believe. Don't be shy. If you want this, and we've got some folks that are watching for... Well, you're both over here. You're all over here. Okay, you guys watch and make sure I don't miss somebody. Thank you. So, this is, if you're a 49ers fan, 16,000 yards of rushing is a long way. Third most in the NFL history. Frank Gore signed with the with the San Francisco, I wanted it to be in Sacramento, but that's a different problem. The San Francisco 49ers in 2004, I believe. University of Miami, go Gatorade, whatever that means. 16,000 yards rushing. He was 5 times in the Pro Bowl. He was all-decade team. He was the Art Rooney Award winner, which has nothing to do with how physical you are. It has everything to do with how good of a human being you are. That's big. This guy is a great athlete, but he was also a great humanitarian and a giver back to the community, and that's the NFL recognizing him as truly somebody who did something magic for the game. This jersey is exactly what he would have worn. He didn't wear this one, but this is from the era and from the time, and it is the exact same thing. So, we would like you to buy it. We'll start at $100. Where's $100? Somebody wants to take this home and put it in their house for $100. $100. What about $150? $150. I'll need $200. $200 right there. $250. $200. $250 right here. $300. $350. I've got $300 right. $350. Thank you. Where's 4? I've got $350 right back here in the back. Where's number $400? $400. Thank you, sir. $450. I got $400. I need $450. $400. I need $450. We can't stay here all night because they charge us extra. $400. I need $450. $450. Thank you very much. What about $500? $500. This is worth $500. Worth $500 5 times. $500. $450 right here once. $450 twice. I'm looking for $500. $450. Are you people awake? Is it on? $500 right here in the front. Thank you very much. $550. $550. $550. $550. How about 6? I got $550. I need 6. $600. $650. $600. $650 right there. $650. I'm looking for 7. I got $650 right there. I need 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. I need $750. $750 to take it home. Look at that frame. It'll be beautiful. Your wife will say, "Oh, I'm so glad you bought that." $700 right here. I need $750. 7 once. $750. What about 8? Looking for 8. $750. Looking for 8. Looking for 8. Looking for 8. $800 right there. $850. Thank you very much. $850. Where's 9? 9. 9. 9. 9. $850. 9. $850 once. $850 twice. $1,000 right there. Give a man a hand. $1,000. What about one? 1,100. Anybody want to go 1,100? Anybody want to break the streak? $1,000. Going to go $1,000 once. $1,000 twice. All done. Bang for number 3. Command. Awesome. You will enjoy it, and you will enjoy remembering what happened tonight to make that happen. Thanks for your gift. Here we go. How about trap shooting? I love this. You guys, I've done this a lot, and I've done a lot of different things, and this is a first, and I think it's one of the most magic things I've ever seen. This is going to be fun. It's not an animal. It's a piece of clay. Okay, we don't have to have anybody protesting about that. It's just a little round piece of clay. You fling it in the air, and all you have to do is shoot it. Okay, it's a little more complicated than that. I need to stop because I didn't read the blue line. Is Allison and Kevin Kenny here? Are you here? They're not? Well, give them a hand because they made this donation. That was very sweet of them, and we wish that they were here to experience this moment. Okay, Pat. Really? Oh, I've moved along. There it is, trap shooting. Okay, this is Roland and Pamela Ellingson. If the Ellingsons are here. Where are you? Right here? Right here. This is fun. This is fun stuff, right? Okay, so the Livermore Rod and Gun Club, you get gun safety training, which is a huge deal. It's great stuff. For trap shooting instruction, and I know there's a difference between trap and skeet, but you'll explain that when they get there. Okay, so 50 rounds of shells and clays, and a Browning over and under, which is a gun. That's how you shoot them. Eyes and ear protection, all this stuff. Picnic, lunch, or dinner with Pam and Roland. And then you can choose Tuesdays or evenings or Saturdays or Sundays. This will be an experience that you will talk about because you just haven't done it before. If you've done it, you're already a member of the club. But if you haven't done this and you think this sounds fascinating, this is the time to pull out the credit card. I think you're going to have a great time. So let's start with a trap shoot day for $100. Who's going to go 100 for me? There's 100. Do I have 2? Raise your $200. Where's 3? I got $200. I'm looking for 3. $200. 300. Thank you, ma'am. 3. There's 4. 4. I'm looking for 450. Where's 450? What about 5? 450. I need 5. 450 right here, but I need 5. Somebody scream it out. $500. 5. Where's my 550 bidder? 500 right over here. I need a 550 bidder. 550. Thank you. Where's 6? I got 550 and I need 6. 550. I need 6. Not for the devil, but for the Lord. Okay, there's $600. Excellent. 6. Where's 650? 650. I need 650. 650. Ma'am, 650. It's just another 50. It'd be a good time. 650. Thank you very much. Where's $700? Do I have a $7 bidder anywhere in the crowd? $700. 700. I got 650 right back here. 650 once. Boom. $700. All right. 700. What about 750? 700 once. 700 twice. 750 right there. 1,000. Forget my numbers. $1,000. Anybody want to go $1,100? Anybody gonna go 11? I got 1,000 once. I got 1,000 twice. I think you're going to have an awesome afternoon. $1,000. Give that man a hand. That's a good time. Thank you. I hope that you will get some video of that because I think that would be just the most fun if possible. All right. I have Andy. Thanks for putting up with me tonight. I appreciate it. Andy and Pastor Steve Wild are on the next bid. It's the golfer's dream. I'm sorry, I skipped over the golf, mostly because I was trying to leave it out. So I could go, oh, bummer, I'll just have to buy it myself. All right, golfer's dream package. You and 2 of your friends. That's 3. If you only have 1 friend, call me. I'll pay the other third. I'll go with you. This sounds like fun. 3 people are going to play golf on 2 of the greatest courses in the area. Winty Golf Course, I saw it today, and Charlotte couldn't. We were taking a hike, and I'm like, could we go over to the golf courses? Let's go over to the golf course and hike. Can't we go by the golf course? No, she wouldn't let me go to the golf course, so I'm already a little frustrated about it. I'm sorry. So, Winty Golf Course, it's a renowned place, and it's a wonderful track. You and your 2 friends are going to play that course, and then you're going to play Castlewood Country Club, a 100-year-old club in Pleasanton. Am I right? Right off of 680. Again, an amazing track, a long history, goes back to the Hearst family. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to be learned just by showing up. It's going to be a great 2 rounds of golf. You're going to go with these 2 guys. You're going to wind up with dinner with Andy. You're going to have some laughs that you just cannot stop. If you know how to play golf, you've got to raise your hand. If you don't know how to play golf, listen, you can just follow them around and just laugh as much as you want. Here we go. 2 rounds of golf, 2 people, $200. Where's $200? $200 right there. 3, $300. What about 4? $400. Looking for 5. 500, number 11. 5 right back here. Where's $600? I got 5. 600. Thank you, sir. 6. Where's 7? I got 6 right over here, but I need 7. That's the Lord. That's the Lord's number. $700 right there. 7. Where's 8? I got 8. Do I have 8? 800. $800. Looking for 9. Oh, don't raise your hand like that, brother. $900 right there. 9. Looking for 1,000. Where's my $1,000? $1,000 bid right here. What about $1,100? I got 1,000 right back here. $1,100. I got 1,000. 1,000. I'm looking for 1,100. 1,000. I got 1,000 once. I got $1,100. What about 12? I'm looking for 12. I'm looking for 12. I've got $1,100 right here in the front. What about 12? 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. That's a bunch of dozens. Okay, there's 12. What about 13? We got 13. Anybody want to go 13? Got 12 right handed over here, but let's go 13. Anybody 13? 13? 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. 1, 3 right there. $1,300. 14? $1,400. I'll leave $400. $1,400. Still a bargain. Bargain at twice the price, but $1,400 once. 14. Thank you very much. What about 15? Looking for 50. 15. Okay, 15 done. So what about 16? I got 15. What about 16? 15. Looking for 16. 15 going on 16. $1,500 once. 15, $1,600. What about 17? 17, 17. $1,600 right back here. I'm looking for 17. $1,700. 16 once. No, 17. 17, thank you very much. 18? 18? 18? I think it's going to be between the two of you, and you guys play together, but I'm going to just suggest that right now. I'm looking for 18. I got 17 right here. This man right here wants to give me $1,700. What about 17? What about 18? No? 18? 17? 17? Oh, I'm feeling good about it. I'm going to give up. Boom! $1,700. Number 6 in my hand. 36 holes of golf. That's less than $100 a hole. That's a really good day. That's wonderful. You guys are having a good time. How about a couple of raffle prizes after we get somewhere near the next one? You got a couple of rafflers for me, Josh? I want you to think about this one. How many have been? Just raise your hand if you've been to the Oregon coast at any time in your life. There you go. Was anybody disappointed with the Oregon coast? I didn't think so. We love the Oregon coast. We've driven there a couple of times. We took one all the way up. It's just a majestic place. If you know where Corvallis is, this event, you drive to Corvallis, you turn left, you go down Highway 20, which is beautiful, by the way. You wind up just south of Otter Rock, Oregon. It is a fabulously beautiful place. Now, Joel and Janet are at the dinner. Joel, Janet, where are you? Wherever they are. I love them. Thank you. This is, they obviously have kids because only a parent with children could say something like, it's a romantic night honeymoon suite for 4. And the only reason I can testify to that is my daughter and her husband spent a weekend on the Oregon coast with the 3-year-old and the 1-year-old, and they said it was the best time of their lives. Okay, so it's a magical time in a romantic and beautiful place right on the ocean, 35 acres of pristine forest in Oregon. If it is anything, it is truly pristine. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to spend some time. This is available from now through May. And then in November or December, both of those are actually really, really good times. Best time of year, I would say, somewhere between those two numbers. You're going to enjoy it. It's a beautiful place. It's a week's worth of stay at the Central Oregon coast, Otter Crest, the Otter Rock, Oregon. All right. How many want to go to Oregon for $300? Anybody $300? $300, what about 4? Got a $400 Oregon place? $400. $400. Just $400. $400. What about 5? One of you raised your, thank you, dear, 5. Where's my 6? Oh, I got a 5 right there, but I need a 6. $600. 6, thank you very much. $100 a night? You can't stay here for $100 a night. Where's 7? Somebody give me $700. 7, thank you very much. 7, what about 8? Anybody want to go 8? $700. 8, what about 9? Got 8 over there, but I need 9 on this side. Not 9, thank you. Were you bidding on her behalf? I thank you very much. $1,000. $1,000. What about 11? Got 1,000 right there. But what about 11? 11. We can deal with the people here in the middle too. It's not the flyover tables. This is the $1,100. What about 12? I got $1,100 over there. We can do 12. $1,200. If you want it for 12 and you want it for 12, we're done. Nod your head. Boom! Both of them are getting it for $1,200. Number 7 and number 2. Number 7 and number 2. That's wonderful. You guys are going to have a great time. You're going to come back next year with pictures, and we're going to sell that for $25,000. I can feel it right now. All right, where's my raffle? Is this the raffle? Looks like a raffle. Looks like wine. Josh, before I give this away to the wrong people, this is something, is that not, that's not it? Oh, it's a picture?
All right.
Oh,
so
it's a towel warmer.
Hey, Greg, it's a towel warmer. This was given right before our dinner started. I'm up in the sound booth.
There you are. I see you.
And it's awesome. I actually hope I win because my house is so cold in the morning.
What's your number?
I don't have one, but that's okay. I would love to win this.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Towel
It's
warmer.
yours. Okay. And we have to confess, we have a jacuzzi outside our back door, and we have a towel warmer, and it's so just decadently fun. You know, it's chocolate and warm towels. It's all it gets. All right, who's going to take it home? One. It's got a timer on it as well? Okay, that's ridiculously fun. You put it on the timer. You put your coffee on the timer. You put your towels on the timer. You wake up, and life is good. All right, 1, 2, 5. 303 is taking it home. 125 303. He's striking a bid. 125 303. You must be present and conscious to win. 125 303. Anybody? Is that person here? You understand? Is it you, dear? It's you? You got to get more excited about this. It's a towel warmer. Okay, good. There we go. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. All right. Is this one the other one, Josh, before I start doing silly things?
We have the picture right there. And then that's, I believe, Chad's auction item.
Chad, is this
And
yours?
then your eBay cards are right there also.
Okay. All right. I see the eBay
Oh, and
card.
we have a gumball machine. I
And we
forgot
have
the
a
candy
gumball
machine.
Okay,
I'll bring that up.
we're narrowing it down. Let's get the picture next. I'm going to believe that's Venice. Anybody want to agree with me? Right? Venice. Okay. Nice Italian. We had a little Italian pasta. Now we got a little Italian picture. 125 265. 125 265. 125 265. 125 265. 125 625. 8957. You want it? That's right. He wanted the towels. I'm just saying. He wanted the towels. This is what he gets. Okay, fine. Let's move along. Where'd we go? The Oregon coast. Now we're going to go. Oh, we're going to do that. Yes. So confused. Okay. Kessel. Kessel Adventures. Is that how you say it? I'm not very Spanish. Does anybody can help? Kessel Adventures? Quessel? Quessel? Is that a better pronunciation? Quessel. So here's what little I know. Captain Stan is one of the most is he here, by the way? I don't think so. It didn't look like he was going to be here. Captain Stan is one of the most recognized mariners, the U.S. Navy, not Navy, the U.S. Coast Guard. He's certified. He might have been in the Navy. I don't know. He's 35 years doing this. How many use Yelp? Anybody use Yelp? A few people use Yelp. Well, it's when you tell people online invisibly that you do or don't like what they do. And there's a lot of people that are stinkers, and so they'll be negative because they don't ever have to face the music. 5 stars. This business, this adventure, 5 stars in Yelp. I mean, that is like, he probably walks on the water to get the fish out. I don't know. But this is a fun time. It's a day, let's see, I'll get to the right say. It's a Delta fishing charter by Quessel Adventures. Captain Stan gave it. Captain Stan's going to be there. 5-star Yelp, 35 years. Bethel Harbor Marina. That's what it says on their website, so I'm assuming that that's where you're going to be in and out of. If you love to fish, is that right? I'm telling the truth? Have you? Okay, all right. We got a testimony. Looking good. Looking good. If you like to fish, this sounds like the ticket, right? And the Delta is a fabulous place to fish. If you don't like to fish, you don't have to fish. He won't make you put a hook in the water. But he also has charters that you can go around and just see the Delta from the water. This would be a magic for that as well. So listen up, Delta Adventure, charter up to 4 people. It's cool. All the gear. If you're going to fish, you get all the gear. Somewhere between March and December 31st of this year. All right. Who wants to fish or not fish? It's up to you, but 4 of you are going to get to do it. Let's start with $200. Anybody at 2? 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Where's 5? 5, 5. Where's 6? 6. Where's 7? Where's 8? I got 7 right here, but I need 8. You're still trying to get a discount. 8. Thank you very much. Where's 9? I got 9 right there. Thank you very much. 10. $1,000. $1,000 right here. 11. 11. Thank you very much. 11. Where's 12? Anybody want to go 12? 12. Where's 13? 13. Thank you very much. 13. What about 14? $1,400. Beautiful day. Divided by 4. Figure it out. It's really good. $13. $1,300 right there. Where's 14? 14. 14. Thank you very much. 15. 15. Don't tell them no. Tell them yes. 14. I'm looking for 15. I'm still looking for 15. No, we're moving along. Okay. $1,400 once. Fish. Think of all those fish. Think of all those sweet little fish jumping into the boat. 14 twice. Just cruising along out in the depth. Boom! Thank you very much. What about 16? I got 15 looking for 16. 15 looking for 16. 16. What about 17? 16 looking for 17. 18? 17 looking for 18. There's only nobody else in the room. 18. What about 19? What about 19? I got 18 right here. I'm willing to give up, but 18 looking for 19. 18 once. 19. What about 20? $2,000. $500 ahead. $500 ahead. $2,000. 2,000 once. 2,000 twice, it'd be $2,100. 21 to you, 22 to you, 20. It's just $100 more. 21 to him, 22 to you, 21, 22. What about 23? 23. 23, 24, 24, 24. You get a piece of the boat. You get to take home the fish. You get a piece of the boat. 23 right here once. 23 right here. That is you, by the way. 24, there it is. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Killing us. He's killing us in the back. 25 once. 25 twice. $2,600. That's a beautiful fishing trip. 27. I got 26 right here. 27. 26 once. 27. 28. 20. You think he would give up? He won't. 27 once. 27 twice. $2,800. Let's look for 29. 3,000. 29. 29. 29. The chocolate. Just take one of those chocolates and it'll be all right. $2,900. Looking for $3,000. 3,000. It's the fish whisperer. 29 once. 29 twice. $3,000. 3,000 once. $3,100. 31 in the back. 32, 31, 31, 31, 31. He says he's going to pay 3/4 of it. 31, you need 32. 31 once. 31 twice. $3,200. I can't believe that. 32, 33, 32 right here. 32 right here. 35. He's trying to put a nail in it. $3,500 right back there. What do you think? 35 once. 35 twice. Oh, 36. We thought for sure. I can feel the tug. Come on. My arms are getting tired. 36. I got it. 37. 37. 37. You can buy something else. 36 once. 36 twice. Ladies and gentlemen, you have experienced it this evening. Give him a hand. 30 for $3,600. Oh, what a good time. All right. Killing me. All right, we jumped over one. We got one more. We got 2 more. Let's do a couple more raffles. We gave that away. We think that's that's Chad's. I finally understood. Are there any more raffles other than these? Is that it? Oh, the gumball. Got it. Ha-ha, okay. They're only 25 cents a piece. That's the same one we already did. Sorry. Wrong place. Got it. There we go. 125 296 296 296. There you go, my friend. This is yours. All right. That's actually kind of cool. All right. So, Yosemite National Park. You been to Yosemite National Park? I'm surprised at the people that haven't that live in California, but it's fabulous. This is in Groveland. Now, Groveland is on the northern kind of route through Sonora area and Calaveras County, and you get to see the jumping frogs and all that kind of stuff. So, actually from here, you'd probably go through Merced, but that you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to have to go through the northern way this time because this is in Groveland. This sounds like fun. It's a beautiful Pine Mountain getaway for 2, 3 nights, 4 days, no restrictions. It's a beautiful Pine Mountain Lake Studio in Groveland. It's 25 miles from Yosemite. Easy to get back and forth. That's where a lot of people will stay when they're going to Yosemite. It's crazy in Yosemite right now, so this is a good place to be. $100 gift certificate for meals and golf at the Pine Mountain Lake Country Club. Take lots of golf balls. Okay. So, a long weekend, and I don't see that the dates there are no date restrictions. So, you just have to coordinate with Chris and Gail. Chris and Gail, are you here somewhere? Where are you? Right there. Okay. So, you have to coordinate with them. You're not cooking, are you? You're not staying in like chef. That's a different. Maybe. Okay. Fine. Okay. But thank you for this gift. But Groveland, easy to get to from here. Beautiful mountain place. You're going to enjoy it to death. Let's see. How about who wants to stay for $200? $500. That's good. Anybody else want to stay for a 5, 6? 2,000? 2,000. Okay. 2,000. 1,000. He's in for 1,000. He wants it twice. Okay, I'll tell you what. You're good for it? Okay. Well, I'm going to call it $1,500 because here's the deal. I can sell more than one of these. Is that all right? I can sell a few of these. Yeah, not the entire year. Okay, I can get 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3, $1,500 a piece. You all good with that? You're the one that's low, so you got to go up a little bit. No, you get it. You get it for 15. There's 3 of you going to take it. All 3 of you. Now, if you want to give $1,600, thank you. The $100 tip for the auctioneer. Don't you think that's sweet? I think that's awesome. $1,500. 62. And your numbers. 50. And your number. 77. And 62. Would you give them a hand? Would you give these guys a hand for making that available? All right. Where's the chef? Chef Chad. Chef Chad, hello. Let go of the pots. Here it comes. Did you enjoy the food? I'm going to let Chef Chad describe what he's going to do for you and 9 of your friends in your home on a date to be determined sometime in the not too distant future.
That's the plan. Hi, I'm Chef Chad. So what I got auctioning out tonight is private chef for a night. So I will come to your house and be your chef for a night. We will work on a menu together in terms of what kind of food you would like. I'll apply a $100 grocery card towards the whole experience. I'll come to your house. We'll prepare the meal. I'll serve it to your guests, and I'll clean up afterwards.
Now, when he says clean up afterwards, that's not the garage and the backyard and all the other stuff. Let's just define the moment. All right, for 10, and these things are expensive. So I think we should start somewhere around $500 just to make it worth his, because he's got to go out and shoot the cow and all the stuff. And $500. Anybody want dinner for right there? You know what I mean. $500. Where's 6? Anybody going to go 6? I got 5 right. 6. Thank you very much. 7. Thank you very much. 7. I got 7 right here. What about 8? 8. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 1,000. 1,000. What about 11? Do we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I got to make sure. Yeah. 19, 2000, 21, 22, 23, 23, 24, 25, 26, 25, 25, 25, once, 26, 27, 27, 27. Oh, splitting the difference now. 27, what about 28? Either one of you going to go 28, 27 right here. Got to go have 28 to get going. 27 right here. 28, 29, 29, 28 right back here. 28, 28 once. 28 twice. I've had a really good evening. Oh, 29. Thank you very much. 29. What about 3,000? 3,000? 3,000. 3,000. 31. 3,000 right back there. 31. 3,000. 31. I've had a nice time tonight. Haven't you had a nice, you cooked a nice meal? 3,000 right back there. Looking for 31. And we came over and my good friend Stacy Devine, who does the marketing for this organization, connected us. Josh, love you, buddy. This is a good time. 3,000 right back here. Looking for 31. Okay, well, I do have some nice, one more raffle prize, but 3,000 right there. Okay, well, I think we've enjoyed ourselves tonight, don't you think? I think we've helped some people out, don't you think? I think we're going to make an impact in this community by being positive and moving it forward and helping folks that are in need. 3,000 once, twice, and 3 times. Give him a hand. eBay, 500. I think it's $500. Is it $500? Somebody tell me I'm telling them the truth. $500 right there. $500. It's the last auction of the night. Would you give it up for the sound guys? Would you give it up for the staff? Would you give it up for the helpers? Would you give it up for everybody who's made this evening possible? God bless you all. We're looking forward to next year. We're going to give $500 to 125-273. 273. There you go. Come on up, dear. All right. Thank you. God bless you. We'll see you soon. We got the last moment on the last show. Anything to say?
I'll close this out. There you go. Give it up for my friend. Don't worry. I only have 3 hours left. Don't freak out. No. I'm absolutely blown away by your generosity, your kindness. You never know what's going to happen when you go into these things, right? As someone who's doing this, but that you all come out at hopefully the end of this COVID era, that we're able to celebrate, and that you are all so generous. It blows me away and it warms my heart, and that's very genuine. And just know that I thank you that you're here tonight. You've heard the stories, and hopefully that has inspired you to partner with us. On your table, I'm not going to try to twist your arm. That's not me. That's not my style. But if you either know you want to partner with us financially or volunteer, or that you don't, right? And that's okay if you don't. But if you do, if that's something that you feel like, yeah, I want to buy into what we're doing right here, on the table, there's an envelope. And there's some cards in there, and if you want to give, you can put checks in there. You can put if you want us to input the credit card, but we would ask you to give generously to this organization. You've heard the stories, you've heard the impact, you've heard from our DA, you've heard from our mayor, and we've heard in all these different ways. So I don't need to say any more. But if you want to give, Maybe you didn't get your auction item that you wanted or whatever. But if that would be you and you want to partner with us, we ask that you put that right in there, and we'll have people collecting those so you can leave that on the table. We are proud, and that's my spiel right there. That's as much arm twisting as I do, right? If you want to do it, great. And we're thankful that you're here. But a few housekeeping order things before we close the night. If you've won an item, an auction item, we're going to have 4 checkout processors right over there on the side near the stage. Wave your hand as if, okay, right there. That's my daughter, Taylor. All right. And then we're going to have a few other people there. So you can go there and process checks or process credit card payments for your silent auction. Our silent auction your name should be up here. So if you won, you'll see your name up there and you can go get your gift. They just pay first and then we'll get you what you won, okay? So you can do that. If you want to get some more Arukah swag, I see some of you have sweatshirts and everybody's looking at this. They're like, oh, is that me? Did I win? We have a swag table over there and you can get on the way out. And let's see. Anything else? Am I missing anything else, Kelly? I don't even know where Kelly is. That's it? She's gone? All right. Well, hey, I love you all for being here. I'm thankful for you. If you ever want to grab a coffee and get together and talk about Arukah or talk about life, just hit me up. I would love it. Thank you so much for coming, and God bless.